Oh.
Been into
That's
B
local
to out to
and
B.
that should be
Jeez, casual conversation.
Good morning and welcome to the weather. This is the sixth session of 5PG Does D&D. Just a few announcements. So you may have noticed we've changed things up pretty considerably. What?
We haven't shown it yet.
No. What's
It's just on your face.
Oh. My face.
You will notice.
You will notice. The one thing I really want to draw attention to with this change is that Tibius is in danger of being eaten by Erebus the entire time, so make sure you're looking out for that. Definitely give us feedback if you like the setup better as a viewer. We're going to have to probably change things up a little bit after this, but it's a test. We'll go with it and kind of see. We should be back to every Tuesday for 5G Does D&D. Keep an eye on social media, and actually, Theron has a Twitter account that you can follow him on. It is at Miles DePonte. That is Miles, M-I-L-E-S, DePonte, D-E-P-O-N-T-Y.
Why?
Why?
Because he cares.
Because he cares. Starting with next session, we will actually begin doing giveaways. My understanding is it is going to be a single giveaway, just to start with. We have some Steam keys that we're going to be giving away, so make sure you tune in for that. We'll see how many times I can say giveaway. The next Extra Life event is going to be March 12th. So make sure you come and watch at this exact same channel. Saren, what exactly are we going to be playing for that? Is that decided yet?
Yeah, so that was
Please stop being a bit.
competitive games, so like Towerfall,
Nidhogg.
Nidhogg,
Competitive games
speedrunners.
like D&D, PvP. And so the last time we had left our session, the party was in the mountains, being escorted by a trio of dwarves. And a very large, very nasty dragon. Noticed them, scared Rigger. He peed himself a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Israfel was also scared, but she kept her composure. She didn't stumble over herself. And the dragon has landed 60 feet away. And also, before we start, Theron has a gift for Tibius. It's a very important gift.
Is it a way to get out from the jaws of the dragon?
What a wonderful box. Is the box the gift? Because that's
No.
lovely.
Make sure you hold it up. Make sure you hold it up.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
weapons.
Very nice
I would accept
box.
that as a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait till you open it.
Yeah.
You don't get gifts.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. No way.
Yeah!
That would be so much worse.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
good. It was,
Yes!
it was worth how excited you were about it.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh.
I see
This
burning.
is meatballs.
And it's halfling sized.
Meatballs.
It's perfect!
They had smaller ones that were
Yeah.
like this big, but I didn't get that one.
Lord.
Sweet. So the individual playing Tibius is a little bit under the weather, if you can't tell by his wheezing. So he may be a little less excitable tonight. All right. And I think that
Is this
concludes all the
Tibius or
announcements.
The real Tibius.
Well, the real Tibius.
The real Tibius.
Please.
Hello!
Please don't stand up. Don't
I'll
hurt
try
yourself.
not to.
So we are actually going to start with initiatives because at this point you did see the dragon, so you're not surprised. I'll go ahead, just go ahead and roll, and then I'll call for your initiatives. Let's start with Rigger.
I haven't even got a warm-up roll yet. That'll be a solid 8.
All right. Are you sure?
I mean, I wanted the warm-up roll, but I didn't have the
Theron?
opportunity.
I got a 15.
Would have been a 12 if I got a warm-up.
Jacques?
Jockin got a 13.
I do not have his name in here the way it should be, just so we're clear.
Jaqen.
Yeah.
I have an idea of exactly how
Tibius.
you have that name in there.
I got 14.
Look at you. Good job, little buddy.
Yeah.
Zerathos.
I did it.
15.
These are very average rolls. Israfel?
Thank you.
21.
All right.
Hey.
There's Simon in here.
He's not.
Really? Again?
Hey, I noticed. Would you roll, Simon?
A respectable 7.
All right, that
Not
should
gonna
be
be a
that.
start.
Right.
And we will
I wonder if it's the
sort
disrespectful line.
these. That's not what I wanted to
I'm
do.
100% sure why I was using this.
All right. Well, what do you know? Israfel, you're first up.
Hey.
Okay.
Good luck.
So you may, because don't forget, you were pretty startled.
Yes.
So you can go ahead and not be frightened if you'd like, or you can try with a roll.
Yes.
Isn't that the
Is this a
This is a wisdom saving
wisdom
throw.
saving?
I don't think we can make it.
Non-natural 20.
Okay, that should actually be at the end of your turn, so I just realized that. My apologies.
Oh.
You should still be able to act, but at the end of your turn, it will go away. So I think the only clarification with frightened is you can't move closer to it.
Okay.
I believe that was what
Can't willingly.
and
move.
disadvantage on
Okay.
attack rolls?
you would have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Too.
And just
Going to drop Hunger of Zadar on it.
Weird.
Shocker.
All right.
My word
I know.
and stars. And
I know.
hers.
She doesn't know, and I can't meta this.
Such a waste.
I know.
This is the
I
story
know.
of a girl
Okay.
who liked to hate on everything. The whole world.
So, question on your Hunger of Hadar. So, you're adding your charisma mod as
That's
per
actually pretty
the
good. Shine the whole
thing.
world.
Did we? But the damage is still cold, isn't that correct? The initial?
No, you said that
Okay.
like from what I understood from that conversation, the damage was radiant, and that
Okay.
was why I was adding my charisma modifier.
All right, that makes more sense. Sweet. That is your turn. So you are no longer frightened now,
Correct.
and now it is going to be one of the dwarves. It is. You see Brogar take his hammer and go ahead and present himself out here.
Now, real quick, Brogar was the captain.
Yes, he is Mr. Dwarf in charge.
Nice. So there was Brogar, there was Firebeard, and then there was
stout
Brunhilde.
girdle.
It is Captain Brogar Anvilhammer, Tharn Stoutgirdle, Matilda, aka Millie Mountain Peak,
Brunhilde. Got it. Sweet.
It's Millie.
Theron.
She hates me.
Yep. I'm gonna dart off to the left,
Okay. How far?
as probably as far as I can go.
So 30 feet.
Yep.
This way.
Left. So like my left
His
side.
left, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That way. There you go.
Okay.
And then I'm going to. Where was it?
Let's do things and stuff.
Hold on, sorry. Where is it? Oh, invisibility. On myself.
Okay. Invisibility makes you not visible, but you can still be smelled, I believe, correct?
Smell, heard, leaf tracks in the snow.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Zarathos.
Pretty sure.
Oh, well, I want to roll for the.
What?
Disability
I want to
would
roll
cancel
to. Oh, I'm not frightened. Yes.
Yeah, you are not
I can
frightened.
move
That's
around.
correct.
Never mind.
I would like to offer a little prayer for protection. I will cast Shield of Faith,
Okay.
and then I will draw forth not my maul, but my shield and hammer.
Oh.
Your spirit magic helmet.
So,
Stuff.
what you see, normally you're used to seeing the crystalline items kind of come into the big maul, but this time instead what you see is they split off into two, and one forms a very protective crystal bulwark for him to hold up as a shield, and the other is a rather heavy-looking single-handed hammer.
That becomes an even.
It is single-handed for him, it would probably be two-handed for other individuals.
And then I will charge forward 30 feet.
Like a halfling.
Alright.
I didn't even know
Or
he
no.
could do that.
No one knew he could do that.
Does that conclude your turn, sir?
Yes, indeed.
Tibius.
Was Rigger on the ground or standing?
I
He's-
stumbled backwards
He stumbled backwards, but for all intents and
because the
purposes,
footing
he's
was loose.
And don't forget, there's now yellow snow.
Oops.
Gross.
It was there when I got here.
What'd you like to do,
One over
Tibius?
Yeah.
I'm gonna move forward.
Okay. How many
I'm
feet?
gonna go that way. I have 25 feet.
You want to go forward? Like
Yeah.
this?
I can move through other people.
Yeah. Way to go right over top me.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I
Good
did.
man. Anything else you're gonna do?
Ooh. I'll just, you know what? How far would double moving get me?
Another 25 feet.
I mean,
Another 25 would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, right?
Okay, I'd do that and then
You want to get here?
ready action to attack him if he,
I don't think
I don't think you can do that. You just double.
Yes,
move.
I can. So I
Oh,
used my move action and my.
All you gotta do is say rogue stuff.
Yeah,
so your
rogue
ready
stuff.
action is if he gets close to you.
Yeah, if he gets in range of melee, I'll hit him.
All right. Jockin?
Jockin is going
I
to
can. It's just rogue stuff. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Where is the
Back. On the
turning?
Back. No, on the back. Flip it
It's a
over.
button. Press the button.
Oh, I had it backwards. Okay, he's moving over to like the square adjacent to
Right
me.
here?
Yeah.
Okay. He does exactly that. All right. Israfel, can you please roll your initial damage for the creature starting its turn in your Hunger of Hadar?
Can do the only damage I'm gonna get on it. I'm afraid.
Wait, it gets a turn? Are
Yeah.
you sure that's how it works?
That's not how D&D works.
No.
Oh,
Just a drag.
ow.
Nailed it.
Snake eyes.
That was like the worst.
That was the worst possible outcome.
Yahtzee.
Yay.
6.
Oh.
This guy doesn't stand a chance.
Not a single one.
All right.
If only we were playing dice. That would have been a good roll.
Oof, oof, oof.
Oh,
Is that me?
Come get some!
All right. So the first thing.
Bring it on, mofo!
Take your reaction. Your ready action.
Neat. Stabs. It's 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Ah.
All right.
Again.
Sweet. So you just got the one attack then?
Yeah, that's all I got. That's the thing.
For me, I guess.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
This is the story of a party.
I really should have.
All right. So
freaking
Am I in that?
Zarathos,
That's why I bounced.
the dwarves, Simon,
What?
Israfel,
crazy.
and Jockin.
Because I fell.
The folly actually
Saved
just
my
saved
life.
you.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Tibius and the dwarf, that's +3 for both of you.
AC?
Is this a magical
What?
Here,
effect?
save.
You roll Constitution
Well, I'm
save.
not in it.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
Does not.
Oh, you're not?
Does not say it's magical anyway.
No, he isn't. He went just close enough to the dragon to avoid the face.
You said the dwarf gets a
+3 roll.
Come on, con saving throw. No.
Okay. Zarathos, what you got?
18.
Zarathos, okay. Israfel?
I criticaled. Hooray!
yay.
Jockin did not fare so well with a 5.
Okay. And then we've got, see, Simon. And
Hold
then
on.
He dies.
I might need to be using an item to save my ass.
You're gonna die on it. You have the frostbolt, remember?
I'm aware.
Okay.
That will only save me so far.
So because there's a lot of dice, I have this very handy
So
app.
good.
Oh, look, that's so fun.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, that's so good.
Nope,
Do
except
some
I hit
shameless advertising for that app.
It's almost like you should just plug the name just to be nice.
Yeah, I really
using it.
think so. That would be
Okay.
cool of us.
So, Simon, we need you to decide.
I guess I have a 14.
All right. So anyone that did not roll a 19 or higher, you're going to go ahead and take 57 cold damage. If you succeeded, take half that. Keep in mind you have the cloaks of resistance.
Yay.
So Jockin disappears.
Good. All right.
You were doing really fast, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, sure. So basically, what you see is the dragon.
It was 50, you said?
When you just feel this frigid air just wash over you and freezing you, almost freezing you in place. It is extraordinarily cold.
Round up or down?
It's always up.
Up.
Down.
Okay.
That was down.
No, I'm pretty sure it's up.
So 24 damage instead of 23.5.
Yes.
Yeah.
How you doing over there, Simon?
I'm good. I'm hanging.
And the good news is it
That's
doesn't look
not
like it
good
can
enough.
use that again. Like nothing else it can do, so there's that.
Oh, good. Good.
Joyous rapture.
It's run down.
Is it round down?
Let's get
My
back-
apologies, it's round down.
Okay, so
So yeah,
And then-
Minimum
with
of
the cloak you take half.
Correct.
yes,
For damage?
frost resistance.
Yeah.
The general rule is round down. There's a whole lot of specific rules that say round up.
Man, it's so good that they make this not confusing.
Yeah.
Super
Alright.
keen,
Like,
cuddly tinkles.
It was like always
It's always round up.
Yeah.
It was always round up.
So actually,
That must have been third.
hold on, so I gotta give out damage to the dwarves because they failed miserably.
Do they have cloaks?
They gave us cloaks.
They gave us their cloaks.
I would assume they have it since they live out here pretty much.
Yeah, right?
Or maybe they're confident enough that they don't worry about that.
That's also true.
That would be unfortunate for all of us.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Well, hope we can't do that again with a roll of a 5 or a 6.
Hey, that's better than
All right, yeah. So as you see the cold wash over the group, you see the captain Rogar as he rushes forward. His beard starts to freeze, and he falls over.
No way.
You see Millie fall over.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, Fred.
Stout Girdle is still holding strong, though he does not look to be in great spirits. This is going to be a death saving throw for Millie.
Uh-oh.
She fails.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, dwarves, we hardly knew ye.
Yep. And let's
Okay,
see
I'll
here.
survive.
Rigger, it is now your turn.
That means great. I'm next.
You are still frightened. Remember, we need to make the roll at the end.
Yes. Okay. I would like to first thing target acquired it. For sure.
No.
Okay, that's all I got going for me. And then I would like to run 30 feet to my right, so that way.
Okay. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you're facing them.
Yes.
No.
That seems safe. I have my heavy crossbow ready,
Oh, okay.
and I would like to shoot him with that.
You may attempt to shoot him with that if you'd like.
I would.
Attacks rate or disadvantage?
Not for
Not
me.
because of his thing.
Oh,
Normally, you'd be
yeah.
correct.
Way to go, Rex!
Does not matter. That will be a low roll.
What would you get? Just out of curiosity.
About 12.
On that? Oh, excellent. So the bolts, they just wildly miss. Your hands are kind of shaking from fear. Go ahead and please try to see if you are no longer
And
stirred.
this is a wisdom saving throw?
It is.
I'm rolling amazing tonight. That would be a 7.
7 does not make it. You are still fighting.
These are all gentlemanly rolls.
Yes.
They are very gentlemanly rolls.
Very gentlemanly rolls.
It's like I can't roll
Yes, sir.
over a 10.
I never got clarification on one of my abilities.
Okay, go.
Divine Health. Is that an action or a bonus action?
Oh, was that one of the things I gave you?
Yes.
I think it was a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we decided it was better as a bonus.
Correct.
Simon!
Okay,
Opportunity.
first things first. Simon, after that blast of cold, goes, "By the pustules of Orcus's backside!" And cast Misty Step. So I'm going to move 30 feet to the right.
No, don't come over here.
And that's
No. Leave me alone.
So that's a bonus action to cast that spell because
Okay.
it's Misty Step. Then, as an action, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion. And this is what I'm illusioning. Within that 5-foot square that I
Your
am.
questions suddenly make a lot more sense from earlier in the week.
Within that 5-foot square, I'm going to cast the illusion of Simon himself casting a spell and a spiritual guardian thing showing up
All right.
within that area. I think that's...
Why are you making yourself a threat near me?
It's a 5-foot cube.
Okay.
Then, within that actual area, I'm going to dump the skeleton out of my bag as part of my move action.
All right.
So what the party sees is Simon casting. What he's actually doing is going, get out of here.
Do you have the skeleton?
I do.
Come on. Go ahead and just put them on there. That's perfect. All right. So the party sees exactly as described by Simon. Does that conclude your turn, sir?
It does for Simon, but the skeleton actually gets an action now.
Immediately after coming out of the bag?
That's a move action, technically. What do you want to roll that? Does it
Go
kind of
ahead.
stand up?
Doesn't it need
not
like
have
a
Based on the fact that 2 dwarves went down in 1 attack, it's probably good that you have a little advantage.
And it's been summoned, remember? It's been sitting in my bag.
This is true. So,
Alright, so he's going to just use his short bow to attack. And he rolls a 9.
9 doesn't hit.
So, Spiritual Guardian.
All
Doesn't
right.
look like a spiritual.
So, it is Stop Riddle's turn. What's his movement? Oh, you poor.
He's gonna. And that's it.
Little dwarven legs.
It's okay. Just get him there.
Yeah, he had the double
Very
move.
dangerous over.
He has disadvantage. I mean, on his, he's got a slower movement speed because he's not whole.
This is gonna be so.
So you see Stout Griddle come running out as best he can, his little peg leg in the snow. He's got a large great axe.
That's great.
It is great.
Oh, by the way, Brian,
Great.
just for the end of my turn, minor illusion only lasts for a minute.
Okay.
So I'll have to remember that.
If you want to keep track of that, that would be helpful.
The opposite.
Israfel, it is top of the order, which falls to you.
I am going to move back 30 feet.
Just all the way.
I would like to move
It's like
off of the map.
How about edge of the map?
I can get you 25.
Okay.
Before you fall off the edge of
We
the
can
world.
consider you 30.
Okay.
I'm just not sure the best way to mark that.
We'll just keep it in our heads because I'm probably going to be moving back next round too.
Okie dokie. I'm very familiar with that as a warlock.
I've never seen that tactic ever.
Right?
So long as I don't fall off the edge of the world.
Yeah, the world's flat. Sorry.
Yeah. So I am going to use Agonizing Spear. And as that I am no longer frightened, not at a disadvantage, right?
Correct. That's just Eldritch Blast, right?
It is Eldritch Blast, but it has extra bonus things on it, so they specify that it changes its name.
Sweet.
Non-natural 20.
That will hit.
And then the second one is a 19.
19 will also hit.
Okay. 10.
Oh, don't smile, Tibius. This is going to make this really sad.
Oh my god.
You get to use it for 1 night.
Okay. 9,
Did you not put stuff on there?
17.
On the edge.
Shit.
That's
I sharpied it.
25.
In total?
Yes.
My glasses though.
Tibius doesn't wear glasses.
Alright. So you see Israfel from way in the back just launch beams of air and just go and strike the creature.
Get him.
Let's see. It is Captain's turn. He fails.
Oh no.
Oh, he fails double.
What?
Was beaten.
Don't you know?
No.
You feel double on 1?
You do.
Yes.
That's terrible. He's gonna die. I can't.
Who's gonna? The dwarf?
The
Yeah.
That's
Rogar.
that is the captain,
Yeah. We
Mr.
got
Rogar
captain.
Envelhammer.
He was taking us to a cave, right? If they
Yeah.
die, we're gonna have nowhere to
There,
go.
that's your
Your
turn.
SOL.
Mine? Okay. For God's sakes, let this work. I'm gonna use dissonant whispers on the dragon and be like, "Hey, dragon,
Hey, dragon.
you're terrible and you should leave. We're really scary." And then
I don't know why that
it needs
would
to
work.
make it needs to make a wisdom save.
I certainly would if I
Okay.
heard that.
Do you make a wisdom save?
Yeah, it needs to make a wisdom save.
They are scary.
Hey, dragon.
All right. I'll wait and
Yes!
So what does it do? What does it
All right, so now it takes psychic damage.
do? All right.
So it takes 10. Takes 10 psychic damage. And then what is it?
Get them.
Takes 10. Get him! Yeah, 3d6. That was 3d6. And then immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far away as its speed allows from me. The creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, so it's going to dodge the thing. But all three of them are going to get attacks of opportunity.
Ooh.
Unless it's immune to psychic attack.
No, that doesn't matter. It failed its roll.
Could have like a legendary resistance or something though.
Unless it can automatically save it.
Just kidding. I don't know anything.
All right. So it needs to move its movement speed away from you
Yep.
as a reaction.
Yep.
Wonder how legendary actions fall into that.
Well, legendary actions are at the end of a person's turn.
That would technically be at the end of that. That'd be
So
good.
he would take his reaction immediately, and then
And
his
then
turn would
do
end.
Gotcha.
Well, I haven't moved.
Right.
My invisibility will go away though.
I hear snow crunching.
That's the dragon calmly walking
Saying
away.
it.
So 3. That's going to be Tibius, Stout Girl, and Zarathos can get attacks of
Natural
opportunity.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah, bloody.
Oh yeah.
It's okay.
Who's first?
Zarathos will
That is a sizable 7 damage.
in total.
Nice.
Oh,
okay.
no, that's doubled.
Yeah.
Jeez. I forgot how to play, guys. 14 damage total.
14, you said?
Yes.
All right, and then the dwarf mist, Tibius.
I got a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
I did 16 points magical piercing damage.
All right. Your blows strike true. You see a little fleck of blood go shooting off.
Hey, flecks of blood.
Theron, does that conclude your turn?
Yeah.
Slightly exaggerated.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna move. So I'll just end it there. Oh wait, I have my inspiration. How far is Zarathos away from me?
That's really hard to gauge.
Yeah. Is he 30 feet?
Looks more.
More than 30 feet?
Yeah, that appears that.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're asking how far away Zarathos is from you?
Yeah, from me.
So you
Is it more than 30 feet?
are here.
Yep.
10, 15. Yeah, definitely.
Can I scooch as close to him as I can to get into 30 feet?
There you go. That's as close as you can get.
And then I'm gonna inspire you. I have inspirations, but I didn't pull them up.
You monster.
I know, I'm a terrible person. Hang in there, guys.
They're movie quotes, right?
They're good.
We talked about this.
Huh?
Fantastic.
We will not go quietly into
They're
the
not. They're not movie quotes. I've changed it.
Oh,
No,
without
it's
a
okay. They're still
fight.
good.
we're going to go on.
We're
Going to survive.
Our Independence Day.
Wouldn't it be Dragon Slaying Day?
Our Dragon
All right, yeah.
Independence Day.
All right, Zarathos. I turn to you and I go, "May you fell your foes with hammer blows." And I give you inspiration.
Hey,
There you go.
everyone knows Z appreciates a good rhyme.
I think I'll do that.
Well, it just so happens it is now Zarathos' turn.
So I would like to use my bonus action to cast or to channel my crystals for divine health. So everyone within 40 feet will gain 6 hit points.
Is that
The temporary or regular?
Regular hit points.
6 points.
6 hit points to everyone within 40 feet.
All right.
I think that is
heal
just the group around you and the dwarves.
So working is intended.
Nice.
Well,
Does that bring them up?
yeah?
it does. It
Thank
stabilizes
goodness.
Well, it gives them their health back.
They're not actually up.
And then I will move 30 feet towards the dragon, hopefully to get back into combat.
What about there?
Yep. Friggin' throw your hammer.
You
And then
are.
I shall commence with the swinging.
Commence the
It's
jiggling.
not very good. That's 16 for the first attack,
That will miss.
and a 20 for the second attack. Not natural.
I'm sorry, the last one was 27?
Not natural 20 for
Yep, that hits.
Okay. 6 bludgeoning magical damage.
Okay, that's... Does that conclude your turn?
It does indeed.
Alright, he is going to go ahead and make a tail attack at you at the end of your turn. Does a 17 hit?
It does not.
Alright. He swings with his tail, but you're able to duck out of the way just in time. Tibiath.
Boy.
This
So I intend
plus
to move up adjacent to him. I'm gonna have to double move.
This cutting words is on.
It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, you can get there.
So that's 48, right?
Yep.
To get adjacent.
tank.
You want adjacent to Zarathos?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna hammer with the stabbing. That's
I'm
what
sorry,
it sounds like.
Read that again, please.
Oh yeah, it's and then stab him. What's okay? I mean,
That needs
Alright,
to be on a
good.
shirt.
ooh, does a 14?
Missed? Yes.
Ah, that's not what. All right, whatever. And then I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna go this way and that way, so I'm right behind him there.
You have no more movement.
I move 40. Double move, which gives me 50. And rogue
okay.
stuff, I can do it.
Fair enough. How far where do you want to
I
go?
can
Just
do
10
it.
feet right behind.
And the
there.
dragon is now
here?
dead. Rogue
That's
stuff.
perfect. Yeah, rogue stuff. Don't
Dolphin
worry.
standing.
Yeah.
You're hiding behind Zarathos. That's what I took away from that. Let's see,
Well,
Jockin
you
is
know-
down, right?
Jokin is not
Gone.
just down, he is disappeared.
Alright.
Evaporated.
Yeah. Just Puff. You might want to remove him from the
The
tower.
magic dragon. Puff, the former dragon. I will keep him over here.
For if I survive, so I can summon him again.
Oh man. Out of anyone, you have the highest chance of survival in this particular situation, I would say.
Because I'm running away?
Because
Yeah.
you.
Yes. Alright, so the dragon looks to Zarathos, and he's going to go ahead.
Bring it, punk.
You can use your inspiration, I think, to. Oh, well, I can cutting.
There's an 18 hit.
Nope.
Wait,
How about a...
I can use my reaction as a cutting words, right?
Yeah, but
Yes.
you don't need to.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You got a shield up, bro.
Save
Fine.
those.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Save
Go ahead.
those for your friend Tibbies.
Yeah, I forgot he had his shield out, so never mind.
No, you're good?
Yeah, he can totally take.
Does a 29 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
It's fine. He has health, right?
No.
Sweet.
Does a 28 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Good job, you guys. Talk
Success.
me out of it.
It didn't crit, so
Hey,
it
yeah.
would have been worse.
At least. At least he didn't crit.
Rolling well, I can't help that.
Yeah, I know.
My IC is 26, right?
I know.
It was
it's
a good.
ridiculous.
It was a good bet.
What?
Yeah.
I should be fine, but I'm not.
It's
Oh, God.
redonkulous.
You know, it's gonna make you less fine.
Breath weapons.
So that first attack is gonna be 13 damage.
Uh-huh.
And then the second attack, there it is, 2d6.
Wait, I can lessen the damage on one of those
You can.
before you call it.
Yeah, before you
Well,
call
too
it.
late on those. But I have more now.
All I heard was a 13.
Yep, and
Yeah, the
he's doing the
second-
second damage
that
now.
one has a-
So he did the first attack, and that was that. Now he's doing the second one.
I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna cutting words the damage on that.
Okay.
3 minus 3. It's something.
No, it'll help. That's -3, you said?
Yeah.
You know what that call was? Not joking.
You, you will only take 7 damage, sir. The cutting words actually helped for a bit, and he didn't roll super well.
For a change.
How much health? do you
Dying
have?
from
24.
Okay, good.
grind.
I was like,
Hilda, gonna get up.
Another.
5.
Is that Millie?
Yep.
Yeah, Millie?
She is going to check on Brogar.
Please tell me she's a cleric and she can do that thing where you stabilize.
I can tell you whatever you want, doesn't mean it's true.
Oh.
They're both alive. 'Cause
yeah.
you healed them.
Yeah, magical healing.
Rigor.
Oh, yeah.
It is your turn, sir.
All right. So I'm going down onto one knee for focus and aiming my crossbow. And I want to aim.
Wait a
I'm
minute,
shooting
buddy.
The range on the crossbow is what again?
uh,
Sacrificing.
100 to 400. So as long as he's in 400 with my thing active, I'm fine.
Good.
I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Thank you.
Are you not right up next to him anymore?
So I'm gonna aim for his.
Me?
I'm shooting at his.
If you're taking an actual aim shot, there are very specific rules on that, and they are not necessarily favorable.
This is
you.
for flavor.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just trying to say something besides. I shoot him.
No, that's good.
Okay.
Get it down.
21.
21 hits. Nice job.
Thanks, man. All right.
Better than
Damage for this house. Forgetting how to play. All right. It's better than nothing.
oh god.
Gonna do anything but hit
That was all ones.
You need it there.
17.
All right, 17 damage. So you see the bolt strike into his snout and just come, and then sort of fall out. It
Dragon.
did dent the scales though, so well done.
Did you add your +1 to it?
Simon, it is now your turn.
Okay, first thing Simon does is he smacks his spiritual guardian, says, aim better! And if you're listening, you can hear the sound of flesh on bone. But that's if you're listening and not paying attention to a giant dragon that's
No,
about
no,
to kill
I'm
us.
paying attention to a giant.
Next, he's going to cast mirror image on himself.
Rigger, trying to recall, you didn't make your save last time on the prep.
Oh, so sorry.
No, it's all good. Just remember that.
Sorry, it's your benefit.
Yeah.
12.
Nope.
All right.
Still okay.
I'm fine.
Go ahead, sorry.
Just
Okay.
hyperventilating.
Cast mirror image on himself, so now he has the duplicates all around him. He's going to use, as part of his move action, he's going to take out a wand of magic missile, and he's going to instruct his spiritual guardian to attack again.
We're so calmly walking around in the snow.
That's while I'm at it. Can I move him?
Yeah, go
It's just
for
the
it.
dragon.
Simon himself is going to move 5,
Troll.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and leave the spiritual guardian where it is,
Okay.
because that's where the illusion is. And spiritual guardian attacking, and it crits.
All right. A crit will definitely hit.
Okay, so that is grand total of 10 piercing damage.
All right. Does that conclude your turn?
It does not, because I still have a bonus action.
Okay.
Bonus action is going to be using the threads of fate. Give me a second.
It's a dragon. But it's squawks.
Using the threads of fate, I'm going to be using 2. For the next round, every ally attacking the dragon is getting advantage.
Okay.
So what Simon's going to do is he's going to just hold out his right wrist, and 2 lines of golden energy are going to go around and wrap themselves near the dragon in some
Okay.
fashion, and that will give everyone over the course of the next round advantage on every attack against that enemy.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Yay!
I
should
get
use the
double
attack rolls.
advantage. I believe that's how the game works.
Turns out.
I just get to
All
keep
good, Simon?
rolling until.
Yep, that's me.
Until
All
it
right.
crits.
At the end of Simon's turn, we're gonna need. Let's see.
God, not again.
What are we gonna need?
So I need Zarathos and Tibius to
Hello.
make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Sweet.
You got it, boss.
+3 again,
Oh,
since you're
right.
next to me.
Hey.
Because there's benefits
That's
to being
not
next to
terrible.
the paladin, even if you're not the paladin.
24.
Okay.
Giant rock come flying out of nowhere. That'd be awesome.
6.
All right. So Zarathos, you are knocked prone, and you will take 13 damage, bludgeoning. The dragon. I'm sorry. Did you say there was a movement speed change with them?
For mine, no.
No. Okay.
Nothing.
For some reason.
What did it do?
Oh gosh.
I don't know, what did it do?
Yeah, what happened?
I will explain. So basically, The dragon rears up, takes its wings,
Sweet.
and beats them in your direction and takes off.
Oh. Uh-oh. You're about to make a mistake.
So he was here.
Yeah. Yeah, please do that. Go ahead. You can get closer. It's fine. Yeah.
That's actually where he's going to go.
Yeah, right there.
Yep.
That is where he will go.
Sweet.
And now it is going to be this dwarf's turn. So Mr. Stoutgriddle runs up, and he's pretty angry. He's going to look at the beast. Look at me, you terrible beast! And he gets very pissed off.
So he.
We're playing out in the open now, so the entire office can hear my dwarven battle cries.
Every single
Hey,
one
buddy.
of them out there.
Hi.
Office says hi.
Alright.
Don't respond us to while we're streaming. That's extremely.
So he is able to strike and hits for 10. So what you see is Stoutgriddle runs in and buries his axe deep enough into the creature's flesh that scales splinter and like just pop all over the place. It is not a very happy camper. Excuse me. And now bring us back to Isterfell.
Moving back another 30 feet.
You should just write
Make
down.
a mental note of it. I am
Yeah,
now,
you should probably write down.
Now I am plus 35 feet back from where I was.
Remember, you have advantage.
I have advantage. I'm using my Eldritch Blast specialness.
It's so broken. Oh, God.
Roll 1 is 17.
Will not hit.
Well, we know that his AC is between
What's an
It's
AC?
between a.
it's between 18 and 19 hits, so it's an 18.
I didn't know that.
Well, I hit with a 19 before.
Please take your turn.
What's an AC?
And
Hear
22.
That will definitely
I
hit.
don't know what we're talking about.
It's called thick armor.
Got to get through the beast's hide.
10.
It is helping.
All right. You see more beams of light pierce into the creature. You can see little puffs of smoke kind of emanate where the beam struck.
And that's... If this is round 2 of Hunger of Hadar being up, round 3?
This would be on your turn. It is your third action, so.
And I cast it the first time,
Correct.
so, yes.
Does that conclude your turn?
Yes.
Okay. End of your turn. The dragon is going to take a tail swipe at the dwarf, Mr. Tharn Stoutgriddle. That will hit. And Mr. Tharn Stoutgriddle.
Stout girdle.
So, what you see is Stoutgriddle, after he pulls his axe free and, Isterfell's bolt strike, you see the dragon whip its tail around and just smack him square in the gut, and you see blood just come right out of his mouth.
No. No, not again.
No, dwarves don't let.
Dang it.
See that, Rigger? Dwarf blood.
I know what that looks like.
And then the captain's gonna get up. He kind of shakes himself a little bit, and you can see he's got this frenzy in his eyes, and he comes over here to attack.
Don't forget advantage.
Still gonna miss. He's not rolling well. He swings with his hammer, but it goes wide and completely misses the beast. Theron, it is now your turn.
Sweet. I am going to... If I shift 5 to, my left of it, so, yup, well, no, over, just so that it's, nope, up 1. Yep, right there. Burn it.
Nope, hold on, I'm just checking something because it's going to be important for your question. Okay,
Sorry, I'm
Bar,
solid as a rock.
right there.
inside, right here.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'm going to Dissonant Whispers again,
Okay.
and I'm going to be like, hey, dragon, boo!
Out of work.
Best
He's
dissonant
scared.
whispers ever.
Right?
That's what wisdom save?
15, I think. That should be my...
It's a wisdom. Yes.
Yeah, it's a wisdom save.
Yes.
How does a natural 20 sound?
That sounds really bad.
Yeah, awful.
But it still takes half, so that's 14, so 7.
7 damage? Alright. So it does not... It is wise to your tricks now and does not fall victim to your dissonant whispers.
That's okay.
It doesn't
Zarathos.
believe in your boo.
It just takes time.
I will bonus action use my channel divinity to cast or whatever it is. Turn the tide.
That's a cool name.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Especially if we were in a pirate campaign.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
That does sound incredibly fun.
Is that why you're trying to kill us?
It's a start.
I thought I was trying to kill you. This is
So-
ancient.
Everyone within 30 feet of me will gain 9 hit points.
So that's
So the dragon gains 9.
No, not the
Tibius.
dragon.
You said 30?
Oh, I'll move. Actually, sorry, I didn't realize I was backed up. I'll move closer and then do it.
You want to be like right here?
I want to be up on him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on the dragon.
I'll put you right on
you're
the
as
dragon
close
as
to its dragony
Buttocks?
buttocks.
6 health?
9 health.
9 health.
9 health to everyone within 30 feet. And then I will use my action to lay on hands myself.
Okie dokie.
That sounds like a very wise move.
So you see celestial energy emanate from Zarathos, and you kind of feel some of your wounds, some of your aches, some of your fears start to ebb from your body. And then you can see he himself kind of closes his eyes for a minute and holds his hand close, and you can see that even his armor looks cleaner than it did before.
Turn complete.
That is going to be Tibius' turn.
Get him.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go up to him. How many feet is
I
that?
didn't do my bonus action.
5, 10, 15, 20. You can get there in 20.
Hey, now you can.
Actually, you can get there in 15.
Are you saying something?
I can. Well, it's past my turn, so it doesn't matter.
Alright.
Roll at advantage.
Oh. How's that?
Advantage.
Until Simon's turn again.
Yep.
Because of the
Oh.
thing Simon did.
Sweet. I like to hear that.
Yay.
Here's attack number 1.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously?
2 natural 20s.
Seriously.
Unfortunately, they cancel themselves out and your character dies.
Ooh, the
Erebus eats you.
Oh, not again.
It's in the
Like
book.
A fair ruling.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Well done. All right.
That's
you
impressive.
hit.
Oh, good. Good.
Don't forget you're adding extra damage there because you crit.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. Hey, alright.
Take some of that.
Give me 2 of these.
Yep.
Thanks.
Question: are we doing
There it
the
is.
doubling of the dice that you roll initially for the regular stuff? Are you doubling that, or are we doing the roll it twice? Roll it twice.
Roll it twice.
Okay.
10.
It's never gonna matter for me because I don't have really any like attacks.
Yeah, we'd actually talked about that before the stream started. Because
Yeah.
there's variants to how crits work.
Yeah, like sneak attack. And just,
Yes, no.
It's a paltry 35 points magical piercing.
paltry.
Man, it looks like it kind of hurts.
I mean, that's right up the. Whoop.
So, right up Main Street. So you see Tibius come out with the rapiers and just plunge them deep inside the flesh, and you can see blood and scales kind of split apart a little bit. And then you pull it out and you kind of twirl your rapiers.
And get ready for another go.
Oh man, if you do
That was the first attack.
Oh, I get that. It's
Still
still.
got advantage.
Still advantage.
All right. Well, that's a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
And. Hey! All
That's
right.
good.
That's another 12.
Damage?
Yes. Magical piercing.
But say
buddy.
12 to hit does not hit. Perfect. Are you
24 to
going
hit.
to move him back?
Yep.
Stay.
10 feet. You said I moved 15, right?
There you go.
Perfect.
So Tibius gets in there, and you can see that the dragon is definitely bleeding profusely now
From where?
from all over its leg,
From the everywhere.
from the everywhere.
There's an artery in your leg. I don't know the anatomy of dragons,
My
but
everything.
there's probably an artery in their leg.
Oh, my most of me.
So the dragon.
I'm so glad I got
Yeah,
that.
I
he's
forgot
not
he
doing
gets
good.
turns.
God.
Forgot he does stuff?
Yeah.
So the dragon is going to look to
not a fight, it's just
Zarathos.
sit there.
It's not a
I don't
pinata.
really want to turn him around. And he is going to go ahead and come at you. First attack is going to be a 24.
Does not hit.
Second attack is a lot less. And the third attack is less as well. So you see the dragon twirl around, digging its claws into Zarathus's shield. You can see almost like little sparks, like metal on metal, just going all over the place. And you can see that he's holding it up with all of his might. But he takes no damage.
You're doing great.
Dang!
So at this point, Millie will take a turn. She is not happy with the situation.
Why
And
would she be?
yeah, right.
I don't understand why she's being such a.
She will hit once.
She was?
At advantage?
Yep, as damage.
Sweet.
And then she will crit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Murder it. Oh man, you know what? I think my next attack's just gonna be a vicious mockery. Try to kill it.
I didn't bring enough
kill it
sixes for this.
With an insult, I'm gonna be so upset.
So the first one.
You're a big dumb poopy head.
And then we have that.
It just dies.
Best part ever.
47.
Oh,
I was hoping the boot would have worked, because that would have been hilarious.
Pretty good, man.
Hey, dragon.
I love how it starts Hey Dragon.
It's got to know who I'm whispering to.
That one did
and
hit you.
then we're gonna do this.
Probably might not.
All right. So you see Millie come up. She brandishes a short sword and a dagger. She brings the sword in and then lifts up a little bit and brings the dagger in and kind of does one of those. And you see blood just all over her face.
Gross.
And she kind of rips back and you can see scales and skin just all over the ground
Is the blood-
as the dragon just howls in pain.
Blood steams up everywhere, right?
No, it's not an alien.
But it's cold.
Well, yeah, it's hot blood.
Yeah.
It's a
Because it's a lizard.
rigger.
Alright. I'm gonna lay down. Just
Gonna lay
get ready.
down?
Yeah, I'm sniping, man.
He's
Sniper,
getting
no
to a prone
sniping.
position.
Oh wait.
That's exactly what snipers don't not do.
So close.
When did you get there?
19 plus, so
19 will hit.
yeah, more than that, but you know, whatever. Alright, here we go.
He was very close to critting, is what he wanted to say.
Yes. Cool.
Cool. Do it.
23.
Rigger, for your moment of redemption, would you like me to describe its death?
No, go ahead.
So you see Rigger.
But I want to say something right after it
Okay.
to the dwarf.
So you see Rigger calmly lay down on his stomach and take aim. You question the move initially, but then you see just with a perfect shot, the bolt flies true as it goes through the creature's eye. It howls and falls to the ground as blood starts to pool. And when you look, you can see that the bolt traveled with such force that it went through the eye and into its brain.
To the dwarf captain, I would like to say, shoot a dragon, kill a dragon. Because that's what he said to me last episode.
I get it.
Yeah.
It come full
Continuity.
circle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well done, party.
Yeah.
Yay.
Kill the
We
dragon.
didn't die. I took 0 damage. Me too.
Back take 0 damage. MVPs in terms of damage, so Tibius, Millie, and Rigger.
I took a lot of damage.
You
MVP and
you-
taking hits.
Yeah, you had a lot of moments
You had a real
there where you
MVP,
could have
bro.
it could have gone very bad.
I set
Thank
up
you
the
for
most
being
attack of
shielded.
opportunities. Let's just say that because that's
did.
True.
So you see the dwarves.
LVP.
They are
here.
bloody, bruised, fatigued by this point, breathing heavy. And the captain kind of looks at you and says, "All right, I think we can take you to the capital. Just give me a minute."
I'm going to.
I'm gonna give them all. Wait, are you gonna do like a?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a thing.
Do the paladin thing.
Do your paladin thingies.
I'm gonna walk up to each of them in turn because I only do one at a time, and give each of them a cure wounds.
Great.
It won't be a lot, but get us
Something.
moving.
Simon.
5,
God, hurry up.
13, and 4.
I was about looking for.
Alright. Simon is going to quaff a potion and go up to his spiritual guardian, maintaining his illusion. And what you're going to see is him put his hand on the spiritual guardian's shoulder and say, "Thank you for protecting me during this battle." What he's actually doing is opening the bag and kicking it in. Trying to get in there quickly. Now, go.
Why do you always have to have some lackey you abuse?
Well done,
It's
everybody.
fun.
So at this point, the
I would like to claim a tooth as a trophy.
okay. So the storm starts to lighten a little bit. It's almost like the dragon maybe had something to do with its ferocity.
Nice.
Is he carrying any gold?
No, the dragon is not carrying any
He
gold.
doesn't
but
have any cash on him?
you, no,
I check his
You-
pockets.
you go ahead and inspect the corpse if you so choose.
I would like to do that.
You can go ahead and take a tooth if you desire.
I would.
Okay. You attempt to take a tooth.
need
You
to
cut
roll?
yourself, and it gets infected, and you have a really
Die of
bad time.
gangrene.
Do I need to make a roll for how many cool teeth I get?
I assume you're just taking one.
All right.
If you want to take more, you can
A
spend
big
some
one.
extra
How
time.
big are they?
Laughs.
They're fair size. So you're inspecting the corpse there, Trace?
About
Skills
that
are
big.
expensive.
Yeah, there you go. They're like that big.
Yeah.
You have an actual dragon for reference. It's
I'm
perfect.
inspecting the corpse.
Great. So you look at the corpse. As you look closely, and you get like you're kind of feeling the scales and whatnot. The first thing you notice is that you are struck with a pungent odor. It's almost as if it was the smell of something that had been dead for some time now. As you examine the scales, they have little tinges of red, just barely visible kind of along the edges and running almost along like, the tops of it. Yeah, at a distance you'd never notice, but up close you can definitely tell that there is something very strange about this dragon's corpse. Zerthos, you in particular feel uncomfortable around it. And more than just because it's a dragon.
Okay. Simon would be interested in harvesting his scales for money anyway, because he's a greedy old man. If we get closer and start inspecting it, like rolling an investigation check, would we notice this as well?
I'm not going to make you roll. It's a rather large-sized creature.
Okay.
If you get up and you take a look at it, that's fine. You may attempt to harvest scales, but it is still snowing, and there is still the danger of other things out in the wilderness.
Of course, but he's
We can
greedy
kill
and
them
he's going
all.
to try and do that. When he gets closer, though, if he does notice this, can he roll a knowledge arcana check?
Go for it.
Sweet. Or just an arcana check because blah. 21.
21, you can definitely feel a sense of magic coming from the creature. Obviously, dragons have a lot of magic just innately. You would venture to guess that this has... The feeling you're getting from this is very similar to the feeling you were getting back in Moor from the orc corpses and in Aragar.
Got it.
Would it take me very long to get like just a couple scales?
It'll take some time. I mean, they're in there pretty good. It took a lot of force to get them out. The dwarves will urge you that haste is very important,
Okay.
but you may certainly try.
Lady and gentlemen, can I suggest that we move?
I'm down with that. Let's get out of here.
Aren't you like 200 feet away now?
While they were all doing that.
You are pretty far away, so you might need to move back unless you're just screaming out in the middle of the wilderness.
This
Please
thing
no.
is tainted.
Are you trying to take scales?
Until someone yells at me, yeah.
Ooh, can I?
I don't think this is the best time for that.
Okay, stop.
Aw.
As you lay your hands on the scale, your hand begins to feel like it's burning.
Ow.
It's not like you cut yourself. It's like there was some that's almost as if you had touched something very acidic.
Is there anything on my hand when I take it off?
You don't really see anything on your hands.
Is it still burning?
No, it stopped burning as soon as you let go. When you look at the scales, you can see just a little bit of a mucousy substance kind of.
I'm hoping again to see if it happens again.
It happens again.
Alright, let's go.
You have a mucousy substance on your finger and it continues to burn.
I would like to get out of here in case there's any more.
I'll turn to the dwarves and be like, lead on.
Rigger, take 4 acid damage.
Tibius, take your pacnil away from this thing.
Does the party begin the move, or you just
turn to the
Yeah,
dwarves
no,
and
I'm
say,
following the dwarves.
Alright, so Zarathos and the dwarves start to head out.
I wanted to, damn it, while they were all doing all the shenanigans,
I'm
I
sticking
wanted
with the
to
guy.
get a fucking claw.
Claw?
Yeah.
That is going to take you some time to get a claw.
Take too long? That's fine.
It will probably take a while.
Okay, forget it. It's fine.
You may. I'll tell you what. So,
Well, I was
you're
getting
trying to get a claw off there. We'll say this is happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Stout Girdle comes over. He sees what you're doing. He takes his great axe, and you can see his muscles bulge, and like the chain is like actually almost looks like it wants to split against his bulk. And he just brings it down and severs one of the little toes.
Neat.
He holds it up, and he hands it to you, and he pulls out a pipe and starts smoking. And then he walks away.
And
Thank
then
you kindly.
Just a total BA. You know.
So,
Onward.
it is still pretty snowy, but is definitely not nearly as bad as it was. You still have the cover of the device. It was not injured in the whole thing that occurred.
Sweet.
Luckily, different bodies were able to shield it, namely yours. At this stage, you're still a fair distance from the city, but you can kind of, now that the storm has started to go away a little bit, you can sort of see in the distance a very tall mountain, and you can see kind of like firelight very far off. So at least now you kind of know where you're headed.
Do we know how, like, roughly, like, time frame it's going to take to get there?
Normally it wouldn't take too long, but you probably think you're maybe 2 days out at this stage.
Okay.
Especially since the dwarves, while the healing has helped, are still a bit on the injured side, and they're taking extra precautions to ensure that they don't get surprised again.
Did they say that there was like a waypoint between here and there that we could stop in?
They were looking for the waypoint, but they can't find it.
Sweet.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just keep trekking until we need to rest.
Well, so basically, kind of to play off that a little bit more in character, I realized. So basically, they go up there, they kind of stop after traveling for a while. At this point, it's been a few hours after the fight, and they kind of look around, and they sort of confer together. Captain kind of scratches his cheek. He's like, well, there was a halfway point, but it is no longer here. And as you kind of look around, you see just a huge mountain of snow and ice. You would probably guess this is where the dragon hit first.
Sweet. Start digging. I'm sorry.
Bet if we use both hands, we could.
So the dwarves advise setting up camp. I mean, maybe near here. They don't really feel that they would attack the same area twice after a successful raid. They feel they can make fairly good time in the morning.
Sounds good.
Simon is cool with resting.
Well, you're in the middle of the snow, so I'm sure you're cool.
Oh, God.
All right.
Alright, so we're setting up camp?
Yep. If you desire.
That makes sense. As soon as camp is set,
Yes, I do.
I am going to cast Find Familiar as a
Ritual.
ritual. Thank you.
So 10 minutes to set up. Yada yada. Yep.
Take some time, and Jocken pops back.
Take some time, pass it around. Jumping comes down off the plane around.
So Jocken appears in Hunger of Hadar and dies again.
Oh, man. Well,
So Jocken appears. He kind of recoils from you at first. It's very clear that the trauma of being poofed like that is still fresh in his memory. And he kind of like buries himself in the snow, and he just sort of peeks out,
she
looks up.
offers like the jerky from her rations, like, come on, it's safe, and kind of goes to bundle him underneath her cloak.
He allows it and starts to eagerly eat the meat, but he keeps darting around, like his eyes look everywhere.
She's babying him terribly.
So you're still under the cover of the device. You can set up an actual fire to keep warm. That shouldn't be a problem.
Sweet. Simon immediately gets on that with his fingers.
The dwarves appreciate the fire, and they lay down to rest. Millie keeps watch, and the other two dwarves fall heavily into a very quick and deep slumber.
I sleep by the one with the axe.
That's Stepgriddle.
I also need to lie down.
Is it night?
Me too.
It is nighttime by this stage, yeah.
Oh, well, before then,
Ow, ow.
anime dead.
Noted.
So yeah, I guess
I thought it was night when we set out. Like the night had just fallen.
this morning,
I'm pretty sure it was morning.
and we started trekking.
Is there anything else the party would like to do? Do you want to set up watches?
Yeah, I'll watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would prefer the rest.
I'm gonna sleep through the night because I'm Simon.
Are you alternating watches, or is it...
I'll take a morning watch, but I do need to rest first.
Okay.
I'll take a watch if need
I
be.
can do that.
We'll go first.
Okay. So you go first. Go ahead and roll perception.
Hmm. 16.
Okay. With a 16, you see dragons kind of flying around in the distance. They don't appear to be coming this way.
How many
But,
about?
You
How
currently
many do I see at one time?
You see one at a time thus
Okay.
far. It is about the size of the one you just tangled with. Nothing else. You don't see anything else. Tibius, did you also roll?
I rolled a 6.
Okay. You don't see any dragons.
Maybe that's much
Great.
better.
That's all that occurs in your watch. Who's taking next watch?
I guess I will.
Okay.
Bedtime. I mean, Rigger will take an exceptionally long watch and just rest for the last one.
Okay, so you're on this. You take first and second watch.
Yes.
Are you gonna let him? Are you just gonna sleep then?
No, that's
No, I'll accompany him.
Okay. So you're staying with him.
Yeah.
Tibius, you're slumbering though.
Out like a light.
All right. Could both of you roll perception, please? I was like, what was that sound?
perception.
Yes.
12.
12.
11.
You see, throughout the course of this watch, you see 3 dragons in total. 2 are the same size as the one you fought, and then a third one which is much larger.
Oh, good.
And it is quite far away. It does not appear to be coming in your direction, but it is much larger.
Okay. When I go to wake Zarathos, I tell him of what I saw. There's a big one.
Oh, good.
He
Great.
said big, but he means gigantic.
I believe the proper
Or
thing is
colossal?
gargantuan.
Gargantuan? Oh,
I
good.
mean big with 8 eyes.
I still miss colossal.
Zarathos, on your watch, would you please roll perception?
I'm with.
Sweet.
I
Did you wake her up?
said that I was getting up
Yeah.
for the morning watch.
You said you were getting up, but did someone get you up? Or did they let you sleep through it?
I would have got her up.
Okay. It's not like you have an alarm clock.
That's true.
This would be site-based.
Okay. Jockin got a 23,
Okay.
and it doesn't matter what I got because Jockin got a 23.
Jockin sees more of what Rigger had reported. A lot of dragons. You see a total of 6 dragons. 5 of which were the size of the one you fought, and then that exceptionally large one. A little bit closer, but you would guess that they're trying to keep a wide berth from the dwarven fortress.
I don't know what that little one is, and that was jacked up.
Not anymore, man.
Probably not. It's okay.
So besides that, nothing else eventful happens. I'm going to say now is probably a pretty good time to just go ahead and take the break.
Okay.
We'll just go ahead and take a 10-minute break here, guys, and we will be back shortly.
Sounds
Say,
Thank you kindly.
Very irritated with your foot.
Wait.
Alright, welcome back. We just took a quick 10-minute recess.
Recess!
And where we left off is the party is a bunch of badasses and killed a rather large dragon. It was all rigor, clearly.
Yeah.
And they were about to go to the halfway point. The halfway point was completely covered in snow and ice.
Snow.
Weird. Yeah, snow. Kind of as if the dragon had attacked there first. Surprise! They have taken a rest and are now, with the storm subsiding, roughly half a day, maybe less travel time, to the dwarven city of High Hall.
Okay.
Hi, home.
So it's the next day?
Yep, so you all wake up.
It's a dwarven city.
You have an inspiration, I might take it from you.
I don't. I thought you were going to give it to me.
Not for that.
High Hall and it's
yes,
dwarves.
Simon's important in the morning as he gazes into the future. There is a critical failure and a 19.
Delightful. So the dwarves look a little bit more well rested, but they're still fairly fatigued. They check on you to make sure everything's all right. Make sure there's really nothing else that you need. And they are ready to set off if you are.
Heck yeah.
Let's do this.
All right. So, a few of you will know a little bit about High Hall. Israfel, you're going to have some knowledge about this. Anyone else that would like to make a knowledge check?
Yeah.
History. You may go ahead and do so.
Sure. Maybe I had a job here.
I've been all
This is partially just so I can have an idea about what you may or may not know initially.
Sure.
I don't know much.
Me neither.
Simon, what did you get?
I got a 23.
All right. Tibius?
7.
Theron?
12.
Not Theron. 12. All right.
I rolled a 6.
Israfel?
Oh, did you want me to roll too?
Yeah, you know what you probably don't need to. You'd know anything they'd
Okay.
know. Zarathos.
15.
Sweet.
5. You didn't ask me that.
No, it's just, like, it doesn't matter. That's what happens. So Zarathos, I'm going to say, I mean, you both know basically the same amount of information. High Hall has been ruled by Grawl Grumblebeard II for a very long time. He is...
dwarven name.
What?
You used my dwarven name.
I actually forgot that was your dwarven name. I just made it up last night. Now I know what was so familiar.
Yeah.
He is ruled for a very long time. He is well liked by his people. You know that High Hall has never been directly assaulted successfully, though orcs and trolls and all manner of creatures have certainly tried.
It's because it's in Russia.
Exactly. You also know that High Hall is well known for their elite guard, known as the Mithril Beard Legion. Their hallmark is they have a mithril kind of like gorget that comes from here in their breastplate up here. It's decorated to look like a beard, and it protects their beard from combat.
A gorget. Nice word.
Brogar is a captain of the Mithril Beard Legion, right?
He is a captain of them. His role as kind of a veteran is a little bit special in that he is out and about and doing things outside of High Hall. Typically he would be inside High Hall, but he's pretty good at what he does, although you wouldn't know it from the dragon that just
Wrecked.
kicked with him. He's pretty well respected for the most part.
So we won't mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't mention that on your way. And by the way,
That he got his beard kicked in.
one of the things that Grumblebeard is well known for is his impressive beard. So impressive, as a matter of fact, that his throne has 2 pillars that have to hoist his beard up to keep it from just laying on the ground.
That seems excessive.
Also, when he walks, he has 2 dwarven guards that carry his beard like the train of a wedding dress. There is roughly 4 extra feet of beard that would otherwise be dragging across the grounds.
This is my favorite
Yeah.
thing ever.
And when someone disappoints him, he strangles him with it. Wrap the beard around his neck.
Now choke yourself.
Pull his head back.
Bigger beard. So that is what you know. As you approach High Hall, and you can see an impressive fortress built inside the mountain itself. a massive stone wall surrounds it across various peaks, and a heavy bridge connects High Hall to the rest of the mountain. A ground assault would be nearly impossible. Massive war machines line all the walls. So think of it like, here's a mountain, here's a bridge with nothing on here. It's a very long fall. And then this is where you're coming from, where the bridge is connected to.
All right, real quick, the way Simon relays this to the rest of the party so they now know all this information about High Hall is I'll sit there telling you stories and basically like a school teacher would go on and on about a lesson. And then Grumblebeard did this to his uncle and choked him with his beard. And that's why he's called Grumble. And just went on and on and on and just gave all this information out.
In the year of our Lord.
Brogar Anvilhammer has a smile on his face as you tell people mostly truths.
If he lets down his beard over the wall, could we scale the wall? Grumblebeard, let down your beard.
If I added any embellishments, they were only flattering.
That's why he's smiling.
There you go.
So when you get to you finally get there after a short journey. The weather is pretty favorable. You won't be set by any nasties along the way, so you're in pretty good shape. You get to the gate, and the guards immediately recognize the captain, and they just open it up. They don't even question that he's brought outsiders, including the half-orc.
Randoms.
Randos.
Yeah, randos, that's exactly it.
Randos.
So as you start walking across the bridge, you're kind of struck by the feeling of really how empty it is out here. Unless you had a guide, it's nearly impossible to find this place, and trying to assault it would just be foolish. The dwarves have been here a very long time. They've built themselves quite the little safety mountain.
We should assault it.
I am significantly impressed.
But we could take it.
Farron is
Siege!
in love with dwarven stuff, so he's all over it.
You see tons of guards. You see several of the Mithril-Beard Legion. They give Brogar very proper respect as you guys pass. They're little Mithril beard guards, we'll call them.
It doesn't cover the mouth, right?
Just above. Right there. So if they're short enough, it will. As all doors are kind of short. So once you get inside the city, it is a sprawling metropolis within the very mountain itself. You hear the sound of anvils, rowdy dwarves drinking, brawling, doing dwarven things. Their sound that you're struck with is a great deal of mirth and joy. So the captain looks to Zarathos and extends a hand. I appreciate what you did out there. I'll make sure Nikin know what you've done. He hands you it's like a piece of paper, and it has a symbol of an anvil on it. Said, this will get you anywhere you want to be. No one will harass you. I must go report in, but I appreciate your service, and look forward to seeing you again in the future. And
good travels to you, sir.
He sets off.
Brogar, before you leave, don't forget, my friend here owes you a drink. Don't you remember how I said that you'd buy them around?
Oh, aye! If you head down to the Ebon Goat, they'll hook you up.
I'm sorry, did you say urban goat?
No, Ebon Goat.
I heard urban goat.
Sorry.
I heard it.
Ebon. I realized when I said it, beard got in my mouth. I don't know. The Ebon Goat.
What's the elven goat do?
So,
Story for another day.
there is a board on the wall that kind of has a map of High Hall, and there's a couple of different things that are kind of marked on there. You see Anvilthar, which has just a hammer signature on it. Theron, you'd be the one reading this since you speak Dwarven.
Yep.
You see the Ebon Goat, and then of course, there's things like the throne, some other miscellaneous stuff, but those are, based on this map, it looks like those are the general areas that the dwarves would typically direct someone to.
Okay.
So party, now that you are in Dwarf Town, what would you like to do?
Simon has two very specific things he would like to hunt down.
Okay.
One is a hall of learning of any kind, and then two is to gather more information about Thelwyn.
Okay, so as far as a hall of learning, like there is a, you do see a temple to Moradin. You would guess that's probably the closest you're going to get. There's no like library here otherwise. You can attempt to go there. It's a little bit of a distance. You don't know if the dwarves will let you in or not.
Okay. What is it about that one we're trying to figure out? Because that's where we were before we got to Moor.
Yeah.
Was it that one? Before you got to Moor, that's the
Thelwyn.
northern town that's being plagued by.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to figure out is where it's located specifically, and if they've heard any more information about the demonic influence that they were talking about.
Keep in mind, a lot of that demonic stuff with Thelwyn would have happened obviously after you guys were gone, as far as you know.
But like, as far as where the town is and what the town is, we would have already probably conveyed that to you.
Okay, well then, there you go. I just wanted to hear then if they had heard anything else about the demonic influence and if they had any further information than what Brogar had given us.
Sure. You could ask at the temple, though you may also get some decent responses by just going to the Ebon Goat. It turns out dwarves with a little bit of ale in them have pretty loose tongues.
Would I know this offhand?
Yeah.
Okay, so then to the goat.
We're all still together, right?
You are currently still together. What we'll do is we'll kind of figure out where everyone's going and we'll segment
Before we
from there.
split up, I'd like to. So, here we are.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do now? We're gonna try and go back to Moor? What are we doing?
Yes.
I feel like Thelwyn is kind of the big.
I was
Well,
under the
we
impression.
did leave Moor on the brink of an invasion.
Rick, Rigger.
Just think about it, man.
Real quick, Rigger. If you look at my notes when I was talking to Brogar, in order to get back to Thelwyn, not Thelwyn, Moor, if we were walking, it would be dangerous and it would take 5 months.
Alright.
If we were taking the tunnels, the dwarven tunnels, it would be dangerous and it would take 2 months.
Alright.
We could take a boat, but that would never work. Or we could find a... Yes, we're in the mountains. Or we could fly, but that would also be dangerous.
Don't you have some special that could get us there faster?
I could turn you into a newt.
Ooh,
Will I
I've
get
never been a
better?
newt.
You could fit in Tibius's pocket.
Let's do it.
Alright. Stop it. What are we trying to do? If we're not trying to go back to Moor to help them, what are we doing?
Well, I think we're trying to identify the bigger problem here. And what we've noticed is in Moor and up here, and now apparently in Thelwyn, there is some kind of extra-planar, that means not from here, influence. Correct me if I'm wrong, you two.
That's what I understand.
I personally would want to get down to the bottom of it.
I agree. I think our priority at the moment is finding out what we can here and seeing where we can best provide assistance.
Does that pay?
Well,
It does sound like
someone
I had a
will pay
lead in
you
the case.
also, consider this. When creatures come from other planes to invade our own, for whatever reasons, they bring with them all manner of fun things. And if we have more fun things, we can do anything. Sound like fun?
That wasn't a very compelling argument, but...
Oh. Well, let me
I'm
clarify.
in.
Sometimes they bring maces that drink the blood of the innocent
I'm
and
out.
grant powers.
I'm in.
I have been told that there is a place out there where if you drink demon blood, you yourself are given powers.
I don't know how to feel
The
about
realm.
Undecided. Whatever.
Oh, the realm. The realm.
So, we just don't care about Moor anymore.
No, we do.
Not no more.
It's not that we don't care. It's that we are in no place or ability to help them where we currently are.
So it's not the priority. We're not looking for a way back.
Well, in a way, we're looking for answers so that we can better understand what is going on and target the true problem, not the symptoms.
Fine.
I think something to keep in mind is that Thelwyn is the majority of the distance between here and Moor.
Right.
So if we were to possibly get there, I mean, there's nothing saying we couldn't hire a messenger and see if we can get news to them.
And we have yet to talk to any of the dwarves in earnest. They might be able to offer some assistance in some fashion.
There.
Was correct, right? Thelwyn's the majority.
Yeah.
Okay.
And more importantly, we just killed a dragon, and I want a beer.
We're not inside yet, right? We're like outside having this.
No, you're inside.
Oh,
Like in the
I'd be playing.
pub.
You're not in a pub, but you're inside the.
Okay, well, because we were going to Evan.
I'm gonna start walking towards the gate.
Well, he had mentioned he wanted to go there, and
I
he had
paused.
interjected the pause.
Okay.
I
So,
wanted
so
to have
you
a
didn't
group
go to the
meeting.
pub
We're not
just
there
yet.
yet. I
Also,
will be
if
playing
you've
when
ever
we get
walked
there.
through a city, you can be walking and having a conversation on your way to
Right.
any
I
place.
walked backwards for a little bit. It was like, wait, and then I turn around, you know.
He's very agile. He
Yeah.
dodged dwarves and carts and like.
Zarathos. As the discussion of Thelwyn is being brought up, you can kind of feel a pain in the very far back of your head, almost as if there is a memory that was locked away trying to come outside.
I feel like that dragon hit me harder than I thought.
It's as you kind of do this, your hand scrapes your ear, and you can tell that you are bleeding from your ears ever so slightly. It's not super bad, but
You want to lay on hands or something? You're.
He just needs some dirt.
Nah, I'm sure it's fine.
Rub some dirt in it. It'll be fine.
Oh, quit fawning over the
Bear?
boy. He just fought a dragon.
I'm down.
If
Let's
he
go.
wasn't leaking some fluid somewhere, I'd be concerned.
We haven't got any gold recently.
Nope.
no. There is
Simon does.
there is the smithy as well. Was another notable place here.
I can hear that.
I have my eyes open as usual for crime and any sign of some sort of thieves guild
Heard
or
the
thieves
huge.
can't or anything like that as we go about.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception.
With triple advantage. No?
Oh.
14.
Okay, with a 14, you don't see any crime.
15. Sorry. Jeez, man.
I refuse to accept that 15. It was a 14. You still don't see
I'm
any
not
crime.
good at math so fast.
I'm in the same boat. Don't feel bad. That's why I have calculators. Great. So you get to the Ebon Goat, and as you approach it, a window shatters, and two dwarven bodies come rolling out, wailing on each other. There's blood, teeth, and spittle flying everywhere. And at some point, they just stop, start laughing, kind of help each other up, clap each other on the back, and they head back inside.
That looks terrible.
This is everything I expected. Let's go in.
Yeah! I run in and I start playing the fiddle.
I feel like I should have been born a dwarf.
So you head
First time you
inside.
said that.
It is a rather large building. There are casks just all over the wall. There are three rather busy-looking dwarves running to and fro, getting drinks, cleaning drinks, taking money, etc. It is rowdy, it is loud, the smell of ale is thick in the air.
From our walk and now into the room, have we seen any other not dwarves?
No.
Sweet.
To that point, the bartender kind of glances your way. His eyes kind of linger on all of you for a minute, and then he kind of goes about his business. Other dwarven patrons don't seem too bothered by your presence.
Sweet.
Like, Devil went down to Georgia playing. Got a 25 on my performance. 25 on my performance.
25 in the performance. The dwarves, already rather hyped up on liquor, are just slamming their tankards on the table in excitement. Ah! Play more! And they're just like super excited. Some are like flipping tables, some are getting on tables and dancing with each other.
I'm gonna, like, get.
You you need to
super
dodge out of the way as you're playing, as ale just flies all over
I'm
the
gonna
place.
get up on the table and start dancing as I'm playing.
Oh, they really like that.
Sweet.
They start like
quite fun.
there's a dwarf that comes in with like a pair of drums, and he's like trying to
Yes.
join in. It becomes a whole thing. Dwarves are like trying to just hand you ale, and like the odor is almost overpowering.
Nice.
Simon watches amused and orders a drink.
Right. So you go up to the bartender.
Yeah.
So there is a rather portly older dwarf. He is missing his left hand, and in place of his left hand is a finely crafted ale mug. He has long, white beard that drags along the floor. He looks fairly well built, like he was probably a warrior in his youth. But he could probably still swing a sword pretty well. But he spends his days instead serving ale. What'll it be? We've got ale, and ale, and whiskey. The actual menu is stout dwarven ale, anvil port, and then something rather expensive called hammerer.
Oh, oh yes.
It comes in a little mini ale cask in the shape of a giant hammer. It costs 1 gold and is extremely alcoholic.
Zarathos, first round's on me.
Oh, I'm getting one of those.
It comes in pints. So how many hammers are going around?
I was gonna start with 1.
How much is how much is in it? Like, is it a decent amount?
Probably 4 human-sized drinks, or 1 dwarven-sized drink.
Sweet.
Nice.
I
Zarathos,
abstain.
here. As I get 2 for him and I initially.
Please roll Constitution checks.
I will get
Give
one of
me a
those.
second as I deduct gold.
It's a check or a save?
Save. Constitution saves from anyone that is drinking the ale.
Is that any
I
ale?
was gonna see.
The hammer specifically.
Yeah.
That's a 19 on my hammer resistance.
Nice. A
I'm
gentleman's
sure it's not a
10.
little lower.
No, it's 19.
All right, so you see Zarathos just quaff an entire tankard, slam it down. The bartender looks kind of impressed. Oh, don't see many in here non-dwarven that can take that. He claps you on the shoulder, says, "Name's Rumbeard. Welcome to me tavern." And he hands you another tankard of ale. This is not hammer. This is instead the anvil port, which is cheaper, but still smells like it's probably pretty good.
Do I see it
Simon?
happening?
A gentleman's 10.
You are drunk. Like, you are extremely drunk.
Like really drunk?
I weigh
Oh, yeah.
very
Like
little.
obviously drunk?
Oh yeah, he is
Good to know.
quite tanked.
Now, you put up a good fight against. Get off my character sheet. Against that dragon. Good on you, lad.
He's technically looking in your inventory.
I'm checking you out. While you're drunk.
Digging around in your pockets.
I'm going to go for the
Just casing you.
mid-range.
That would be the anvil port. It is a silver. You can at least have. They also serve food. So you see behind him, there's like an entire pig just roasting, being churned.
I'll get a meal for everyone.
Great. That is on the house. He sees that you're clearly with Zarathos, and in his mind, anyone that can handle their drink like that deserves a little extra. Yes, Rigger?
I'm not drinking,
Okay.
but I'm watching Simon a lot.
Great.
I'm wondering what's going to get lit on fire tonight.
Nothing.
Tibius, what are you doing? You look like
Tibius is going to dip into his private Tibius reserves and drink his own bottle of wine.
so do you like pull it out?
Oh yes.
That is
All right.
rude.
Go ahead and make a dexterity save.
Nice knowing you, buddy.
Oh no. What is that?
Can't see it. That is a 20.
Okay.
Unnatural.
So you take the ale out, or the wine out, and you kind of look at it, and a dwarven hand drunkenly comes to try to take it from you. Like, oh, lad, let me have a sip of that. I'll pay you for it. And he like drunkenly pulls out like 3 gold and like dangles it in front of you like this.
No need for that. Here you go.
Oh! He takes it, he bashes his head into it, cracking it open, and then just does this. And it just all goes in there. Glass, wine all over his beard. He lets out a very hearty belch and claps you on the shoulder and then goes and get another drink.
Amazing. I pull out another bottle.
Fishing for dwarves.
I'd like to buy Simon another one of those things that he had.
The hammer?
Another hammer.
Yes.
Alright.
That's the
Trying to
one
lie
gold.
Yeah, are you
about
trying
the
to kill
whole
him?
thing?
That will
His
cost you a
constitution is
gold.
like
Okay.
negative 10,000.
And I will
I weigh 100.
give it to him and encourage him to drink up.
Simon, do you drink?
Oh yeah, I'm drunk.
Alright, roll a constitution save at disadvantage.
Ah, yes.
Did you roll a Wheaton?
No.
did.
Don't
Oh,
waste
come
it on
on.
that.
We're in town.
So-
Chill out. 19.
19?
It was a 1.
Alright.
Don't you just still take the lower?
Yeah, you still
It's
have
still
to take the lower.
disadvantage.
You still have to take the lower.
Oh, I forget what the other one was. Then never mind. I got a 1. Let's not waste it.
Okay. So
You die.
Simon leans back, and you can just see ale going like that, and he kind of does this and stares at you, and then projectile vomits all. over
Dexterity save.
you. Go ahead and go ahead and dexterity save.
I'm really good at that. Dodge and vomit.
Are you? Let's find out.
Simon, take a whopping 1 poison damage.
Oh, poison damage.
9.
You are covered in. You're not really sure what.
Jerky?
It
like
smells
black.
like. It smells like decaying meats, fermented things.
Regis, is that you? Poop for me, buddy.
I want to take his boots.
Lovely dumplings.
unless he's going to put up a fight, you may go ahead and take his boots. Simon, do you stop as he tries to
No,
take his boots?
no, Simon's gone.
You take his boots?
Simon's not here right now.
Whoa, hold on. As he takes my boots, Simon is now under the impression, drunkenly, that he is being courted by a lady.
No. I'm leaving.
You leave with his boots.
Yes.
No, honey, come back.
Simon is being jostled around by dwarves who are trying to buy him drinks. No one seems to really care about you. You're still you're dripping in putrid vomit.
Just going to lean into Rumbeard. Apologies for them. We've been on a bit of a long travel and not seen a civilization for a bit.
Think nothing of it. You have to cut loose once in a while. Here, have another. And he hands you another anvil port.
I'd like to ask Rumbeard where I can clean myself up. Closest place.
Alright, hold on. So
Sorry.
we're doing Tibius? Not Tibius.
Theron.
I'm gonna kind of like come to a stop with my song, and like I would assume there's someone else playing music, trying to like get them to start.
Oh yeah, they're like banging on drums.
Alright,
They're
sweet.
they're playing.
I'm gonna like slowly
manner of
back
things.
out and then leave and try to find harbor contact if I can. I'm just gonna like look around and just see if there's anything that I would be able to find in that area.
Okay.
Investigation or something.
You go ahead and roll an investigation, and while you're doing that, you want to get cleaned up.
Yes.
So you can't quite get to Rumbeard, but one of his assistants, we'll go with assistant. Wellmock Steeljar.
How you doing?
Points you into like a little hallway.
Okay.
And do you go back there?
Yeah.
Cool. You go back there, and it is the equivalent of a bathroom. There's like snow that is grabbed from the outside and melted in there for you like washing your hands and your face. There's vomit in that little thing, and then there is a cask of ale there, presumably to also wash yourself in.
Perfect.
In case you want the real dwarven experience.
Yeah, I'm just
Communal
gonna
ale.
clean myself as best as possible with the snow, and then if there's still a smell,
Oh yeah.
Oh, there is.
okay.
Yeah.
I
Simon
guess
has
I
gallbladder
pour ale on
issues.
myself.
So you douse yourself in ale.
That's
There's,
what you do, right?
there's a dwarf that was kind of in the, not really a stall necessarily, but there's like a little area where they could, use the facilities. He kind of comes over there, looks at you, and he's got like just vomit all over his beard. He is pretty gone. He's like, something smells lovely. And he kind of leans in and tries to lick you.
Stop it.
Ale can talk now. Oh, maybe I should rethink me life.
Maybe you should.
And he goes up and he starts he leans under the tap and just starts drinking the ale.
I thought,
Other people have watched
that was a
it.
short-lived decision.
Yeah.
Reformation denied.
I would then like to try to find a cobbler in the town.
Cobbler?
Yes. One who cobbles shoes.
What are you gonna do? Make me stilettos? What's going on?
You ask around.
Yeah.
There is not a cobbler, but the smithy can probably help out.
All right.
They're kind of an all-around establishment.
Okay.
What? I'm sorry, what
Playing the long game.
rogue nonsense is going on over here?
Playing the long game. I'm
Just playing the long
interested.
game.
All right.
Let's find out.
So what is the rest of the party doing while this is all taking place?
I go back because I didn't see anything.
How good am I at using cantrips at the moment?
Not
Terrible.
Yeah.
So if I start trying to use Mage Hand to pick up stuff, it's just gonna go splattering everywhere.
So if you try to focus on Mage Hand, and the dwarves are clapping and they're excited, and then it just comes spilling all over the place, and you actually hit yourself in the face, and the tankard kind of does one of those and lands on another dwarf, hits him in the head. He thinks the dwarf behind him punched him, so he starts swinging, and now the tavern is in a small little brawl.
Okay, I jump into it and I start trying to kick people.
After I see that, I am going to finish my one ale and head over toward the temple,
Yep.
looking for similar to what I did in Moore, just looking for people that I can help out,
Okay.
indigents in need of food, blankets.
So you see a typically rather lethargic, skinny old man with pretty gnarled old man toes, now bare, leap into this just mass of beard, ale, and muscle. Get jostled around, and you can see that he's kicking at them and just going back and forth. Kind of at some points, they kind of just sort of pick him up and start passing him around, kind of like a crowd surfing.
Simon?
Yeah,
How's my bladder doing?
you're urinating all over them.
But they can't tell the difference.
It's ale.
It's just
To
more.
them.
Yeah, to them it's just more ale. It's
Gross.
not a big deal.
Sweet.
So Rumbeard looks very pleased with himself. It's good business tonight. He does also mention that there are accommodations here if you need a place to stay. For you, he'll give a fairly good price. And yeah.
That would be appreciated. Additionally, where can I go shop for a few supplies?
He recommends Anvilthar, the blacksmith.
That's where I'm going.
You're quickly starting to find that the smithy in this town is just everything.
I would finish my drink and then actually head that way as well.
Great. So you head that way, you're heading that way.
I smell great.
Yeah. Now, dwarves, as you're going by, first dwarves kind of scout you a little bit, and then when they get with you, they kind of smile and they just go about their way. Simon.
Simon's gone. Just tell me what happens to him in the morning.
Will do.
Yes.
Mr. Fell, Theron, Tibius.
I'm watching all the fun,
Okay.
and I'll take care of that guy.
Simon.
Yeah.
So throughout the night, you make sure that nothing too bad happens. He almost breaks a couple of bones, but,
And I think it's hilarious.
yeah. Theron, what do you do up to?
Probably just playing.
Cool.
I mean, there's no good way I can ask someone if there's a harper around. So
Yeah. So you play a pretty good melody. A dwarf actually joins you with a contraption you're familiar with, but have only seen in books. It is a bagpipe.
Nice.
And it is actually, the outside still has the sheep's skin on it, so it almost looks like he's playing out of an actual animal.
I have one.
Shafal, I'm assuming you're right where Zarathos is?
No.
Oh, that's right, you want to go to the temple. So you get to the temple, and they won't let you in.
No, I'm not looking to go in. I was looking around in case there were people looking for alms there.
No, you do not find that.
Kind of wandering. I've been here before.
You have never been here before, but
Okay.
you're aware of it. You know of it.
Okay. So kind of wandering, looking for the, I'm gonna say, slummier districts.
Interesting enough, there is no slum district in this city.
Really?
Welcome to dwarves.
If you want to go somewhere crummy, you would have to leave the city. To the best of your knowledge, what dwarves would consider, they consider it the best and also the worst of their society would be some of the mines that the captain had mentioned before that had been invaded.
Okay.
Miners either go there for a good career or because they were prisoners and that was their lot in life.
Okay. So since I cannot find people to help, I'm going back to the friggin' tavern.
Cool.
I'm sticking next to this guy.
Yeah, so he's just up there having a great time.
Actually, let's see. I am going to pull out my dulcimer
Yes! Oh, man.
and jam.
Wait. I see this and I'm gonna give her an inspiration.
Please do, because my performance check is not the best.
Oh, man, I don't have any... Can I, like, inspire with just, like, a jovial acceptance?
Go for it.
Alright, well, I mean, like, that's what I would be doing. I would, like, see her start and I would pull her up onto the table with us and be like, yeah! And then keep going.
The dwarves are also very excited. Like,
So,
they're pretty easily
you'll get
excited about this stage.
Come on, performance check.
all my inspirations are...
Never crowd surf.
No!
I really don't think it matters.
Sweetened.
I think they're gonna
This
be happy.
dice has been so good to me all night, and
Wait.
out of the blue.
So what is it you're playing again? Sorry.
It's a
Wait,
dulcimer.
It's this little
give this to Meg.
Oh.
fly guitar thing that
It's a
you can.
19? That's the 19.
That's a 19. Oh,
use-
Tony.
Just use that anyways.
Tony, thank you.
Simon wants some music.
And I got an
Nice.
8 on that.
He already
so,
saw this.
27, 31.
The dwarves are ecstatic. They've never brawled harder, bled more,
yours,
drank
and
more.
please send that back
Rumbeard
down
is
to
delighted
Simon.
at the amount of business he is having right now because coin is flying everywhere. Gemstones, like it is. These dwarves are fairly well off, apparently.
Does any fall to the ground?
Any that look like they're gonna fall on the ground, a chubby, muscular finger whoop hand grabs it real quick.
Nice.
No scraps for Tibius today. Yet. Alright, so...
I do actually have one thing that I would ask. I would just go ask the barkeep, I guess, if they know anything about the shoeing cobbler in Galgoza.
So you're asking about Wormbeard?
Yeah.
Not real familiar with that place. Scum of the earth.
I agree. Wholeheartedly. And then I'll just go. I'll be like, well, I'll just head back to playing. Just thought I might ask.
Well, we can go back to jamming.
Yeah.
So Zarathos and
Rigger.
Rigger are...
Whoever you are.
I'm really on the team names like Tibius. There, nope. You both head in that direction. You left a little bit before, but I would say, are you moving at a quick pace? You'll probably get there roughly the same time.
I'm still looking around for thieves' cant stuff, so I'm
Okay.
probably going. Yeah.
So,
Oh,
Zarathos, yeah, you run into Rigger along the way.
Hey.
And you get there. So, when you get to Andlothar, it is a very impressive smithy, and it actually has a bronze ram head at the top with like a hammer right above it. Inside, like you can hear the pounding of hammers, anvils, just all assortment of noises coming from there. You see people, like you see dwarves walking out with like full suits of armor, with horseshoes, just all manner of things.
If there's like a shop looking stand or a designated area that looks like it's got stuff, that's where I'm gonna head.
So you see a female dwarf standing behind a so it's like one gigantic area with a whole bunch of like anvils and things like that. You see someone like repairing some leather, one of which is like on some boots and whatnot. But you see one dwarf in particular who is standing behind a rather large table, kind of looking over books. It's a female dwarf. She has a clean-shaven head with tattoos adorning her body. She's wearing a smithing apron and pants and boots.
Boots and pants. Sorry.
I'm drunk.
That's your approach.
Morning,
You didn't
afternoon.
I only had one.
Afternoon at this point.
Afternoon, probably.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
What can I help you with today?
I'm inquiring if perhaps you might have some magical items?
Yeah.
I have quite an assortment of things. What exactly are you looking for?
What I'm looking for is anything that increases constitution, if you will. I feel a little weak sometimes out on my adventures.
She looks you up and down.
Parapet of health is what I'm after.
Oh, you don't look too weak there, lad. I may have something.
Thank you.
Parapet of health? That should exist. Although I don't remember what the price is off the top of my head.
Sweet.
You probably do.
No, I didn't actually look at the price. It's a uncommon.
Uncommon.
No, it's a rare, sorry.
Oh, rare? Rare, I think, is like 1,000.
Sweet. I don't have it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure rare exceeds what you currently have, but we can look that up later.
I may not be able to afford that. Mayhaps do you have any
A bit of health is uncommon.
javelins or
Which is what?
throwing
How much
weapons?
is that? 5? Yeah, it's 500.
Don't have that either. Javelins or other thrown weapons that I can use to get some range.
I do believe I have a wide assortment of those. And she kind of like takes you over to the stand. There's a variety of highly magical looking ones that you can tell just by looking at them are exceptional. But then, based on your previous answer, she kind of leads you to the more just run-of-the-mill regular ones.
Yeah, I'd like maybe 10.
Cool.
Zarathos, how important is that thingy to you?
Well, I nearly
I understand
fell
what happened, right?
during the dragon fight,
Yeah.
and I would greatly benefit from having a little more resistance in next such encounters. I have a feeling our journey's only going to get harder from here.
Alright, let me think about my life.
You want javelins?
Yeah, just regular.
They are 5 silver apiece.
Okay.
1,000.
I'm sorry, ma'am, what was your name?
Oh, she looks you up and down. Fork, we don't get those around here too often.
Right, I know.
Okay, I'll take your business. You smell all right.
Thank you.
Vom and nail, you still
You fit right in.
My name is Yada Brodner.
Ooh.
How may I assist you?
Well, man, I'm sorry. Can you say that again? Slower. Half-orcs. So dumb, right?
You can just call me Yada.
Yada. Great. Do you have any... This is gonna sound weird. Do you have any special magical boots that do special things? Like, say, climbing up walls, flying, fun stuff like that.
I believe we have a few boots of mountain climbing.
Ooh, mountain climbing.
Things that might assist you. What exactly it is that you're looking for? Be a little bit more specific with me.
Like some spider shoes or boots of flying, wing boots. I think wing boots are uncommon.
Probably have spider boots.
What are you doing?
Off the top of my head, I don't recall what those are.
This isn't for you. This
I figured as much, but still.
I don't know if it would be
Spider
under S for
slippers.
spider boots or B for boots.
I think it's,
It would be under B.
Boots of spider climbing, I'm assuming is what you're looking for, right?
I think they're called spider slippers or something.
Well, if you want to look into that a little bit, and we can figure out the price and kind of go from there. But
Well,
yeah, so just kind of to make sure everybody's on the same page. Unless it's exceptionally rare, this place will have what you're looking for.
Oh,
Staff.
It's a magic missile wand.
Slippers of spider climbing are uncommon.
Uncommons
I
are
think they're
500.
uncommon.
ooh, dang.
Because
I wanted to help
be
you out
fond
there.
of?
Well, first off, I have a kind of unusual request.
Oh, I.
Maybe you'll help me out with this. A friend of mine, you know how it is, has been razzing me, and I want to play a little practical joke on him. I'll pay for it, of course. So I put the boots on the table, or the counter. I want these, the soles to be carved out so it slopes inward towards the inside of the sole. So it goes up when you're walking to make the person who walks in it step uneven. It's subtle, but it'll be a gradual thing that they don't know what's going on.
She kind of looks at you.
I'm gonna make him think he's dying.
That's quite the joke.
It's gonna take a long time.
That has very long-term health effects. Are you sure you want to do that?
Yes,
He's rather long time old.
absolutely.
We could hook you up. If you see she points over to one of the dwarves, and she says, "Blachvaga," and the three dwarves look up from different areas. She points to one of the ones working leather. His eyes are cast downward, and he runs over to you. Zarathos and Rigger, something you both notice is besides Yada herself, all of the dwarves working here won't look at you. Their beards are shaven off, and they have a tattoo on the side of their face.
Do I recognize the tattoo?
You probably don't, unless
Okay.
you know a lot about dwarves.
Nope. I just know a lot about tattoos.
But I know not having a beard is a bad thing.
Yeah.
So the tattoo is a broken hammer. So it's like a hammer that's been broken into.
These are the
like,
untouchables.
So they refuse to look at you, and she says something in Dwarven, and tells you, go follow, and that will be 10 gold.
I've also decided what I'd like my purchase to be.
Oh, I more than the joke?
Yes, more than I'm gonna give you real business.
She laughs.
The winged boots are also uncommon.
Okay, winged boots. Oh,
They give you
wow.
a fly speed equal to your movement.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Why do you ask me like that?
You don't see any DM pitfalls.
You don't think this is going to be a problem.
So it is.
What?
Boots of flying, you said?
It's winged
Winged boots.
Oh, so is it not under boots?
It's under winged.
If you're watching this, Wizards of the Coast, I'm not very fond of the way you set this up. Let's be very clear about that. So, yes, I will say you can go ahead and purchase those unless we find out that they cost more or there's something really spectacular about it, but that should be fine.
It's 4 hours a day
And
of
then actually
flying.
start with the
4 hours a day of
blah
flying.
blah blah.
Okay,
Fruit slide.
so, yep, I don't see it right here, but go ahead and pay, was this, it's uncommon?
It's
So,
uncommon.
500.
Do you want to hear the specifics? I can read it out.
If you have them handy, go right ahead, because I can't seem to find
Page
wait, I found
214.
them.
There you go.
Walking speed, okay, so it's equal to your walking speed. Up to 4 hours a day, almost several hours.
Can't you split up the time?
Yeah.
So keep in mind, it does require attunement, so that is important to note. You can only have so many attunement items on you at a time.
Okay. Nothing I have is attunement, right? Or is my hood?
Your hood is not,
Okay.
which makes those items really good.
Yep.
So you were not clear.
How many?
We're very
Sorry, this is a
3.
off the 3. Okay. I was asking how many attunement items
Oh,
you can have
yeah,
at once. I feel like this is worth it. Okay, yeah, I'll buy those and the shoes for a total of 510.
Yep. Sounds good.
Why are you smiling at me like that? Is there something I don't know about that I should be scared of?
Yep.
What?
You don't know about.
So the boots are made the entire time. The dwarf never looks at you. The one that's working the boots
So you enjoy working here?
just keeps going. Acts like he doesn't hear you.
Seems like a nice place.
Send a little prayer to Helm that maybe my sister will show up and give me some money.
Say a little prayer for
So-
you. Together.
I mean,
I am in the tavern. If I
You're-
do not get a summons from Helm that my brother needs help, the next day I'll be going.
I'd take my javelins and go back to the tavern.
okay. Great. So you head back to the tavern. Yep.
Once the shoes are prepared, I will go back and put them back on Simon's feet.
Okay. So
And my winged boots. I can wear them before they're attuned, right? I can just
You,
put them on.
you have to wear them to attune them.
Right. Okay.
right.
So I'm doing
Attunement
that.
takes what 24
hours.
Yeah.
It depends on the item, but I think it's traditionally 24 hours.
I think the book says short rest in this one.
Okay.
Is it?
Well, either way, you're not going to be in a situation.
Right.
Spoilers, where it probably is. So, I mean, you could put yourself in that position. I've seen people do it.
I summon a dog. It trips.
So when you get back to the tavern, you see Israfel and Theron just playing their hearts out. Dwarves are excited. It smells even more of ale and vomit and piss. Tibius, you've been keeping on Simon the whole time. At this stage, he is hanging limp from the chandelier at the top. Just kind of chilling out there, snoring.
Simon's up
Big
there.
old- yeah. He's on the ceiling.
I'm not doing anything more than making sure he's not dying.
He's on the chandelier.
Yep.
There.
You look up at him.
If only these were working.
How high?
Are you underneath him?
I don't know where I am. I just
Well,
walked
did you
in.
did you walk in, look up, or are you looking up? Like what
I
is
walked in and yeah.
Hey,
it?
buddy.
Yeah. So you kind of walk through. Reflex save.
Could get puked on again.
That's me kicking a tankard at your head.
So you kind of walk in, and as you're sort of trying to move around, you get jostled around by thick, furry bodies of the dwarves. And when you kind of come to, you look up and realize you're right below Simon, who just starts just a trail of vomit, just all over your head and down your body.
Seems about right.
There is a little bit of blood in this vomit.
Oh, you should get that looked at.
Hectic ulcers. It happens.
He's used to it.
How far up is he?
It's not that
So, yeah, probably about 20 feet. I mean, it's a big.
How did he get up there?
I don't even know.
You don't want to know.
I looked away for 1 second. And
So, the way he got up there, Tibius, like you looked away, but you kind of sort of remember that at one point he was being tossed around like a rag doll. And at some point, like, dwarves were playing catch with him. And the entire time, he's like, yeah!
Again!
So,
much to Tibius's amusement. I
exactly.
tell you so many stories.
Why not?
I'm just a drunk, slovenly, bony mess.
So, yep, you're back in the, you are all... Okay.
Whenever they have a break, I would explain to the rest of the party that there's a well-stocked shop at the smithy in case anyone needs to make any purchases.
Yeah, look at my new boots.
And has the coin to do so, as I certainly did not.
Oh, wing.
When he says, as you certainly did not, how much do you need?
Probably more than anyone has.
How much do you need?
So it's actually a rare, not an uncommon. It was amulet of health, not
Oh,
rare.
amulet of health. Yeah,
Is
that's gonna be
a
more
rare.
expensive.
Isn't that like 1,000?
I'm fairly confident that rares are 1,000.
Do we still have those cloaks?
You do. They let you keep them.
Sweet.
Cool.
Because the dwarves are cool like that.
I'm not getting rid of mine.
I'll see if I can look that up real quick while you guys are sorting out your stuff.
I'm gonna. After hearing that they're well stocked, I'm gonna assume that they don't make everything here, and they probably get imported stuff. They have a lot of things, and so I'm gonna go and ask the smithy about Galgoza and the cobblers.
Who are you asking about Galgoza? The smithy lady? Are you going to the smith?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to go to the smithy. What is the rest of the party doing?
Snoring.
So a rare item.
Someone glasses.
Yes, 500 to 5,000.
Yes.
Brings things.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I'm pretty sure you said you were going to do. That's
So
This'll be
the
over the
exact
next few
pricing
sneaks.
of that amulet would depend. Like if you went and you spoke to her, you might be able to get a deal. But
Barter.
it would depend, like when you went and talked to her, the exact price.
Yep.
But at least now you have a range. I'm just
I'd
gonna.
worry about it in the morning.
Cool. So is the party gonna rest, or are you gonna head there first, Clarence?
I was going to head there first and then go.
Okay.
Go
So
take my room.
you head there, and you find the same thing as I described to Zarathos. And you go up and you say,
I just go, hey, so I hear you have a lot of magical items and things that could help me in my journeys. I had a couple questions though. Since you have so many, I'm assuming you get some stuff imported at some point. But I was just wondering if
"Oh,
you...
very little. We get raw materials and make the majority of things ourselves."
Oh, that's impressive.
She has a look like she knows it's impressive. She's there.
And I look sorry for assuming. I had a question though. If you've heard about any place in Galgoza called Shoe and Cobblers?
I have heard a little bit about them. Not a lot, but the word travels up north.
I was just wondering if you knew anything about the owner.
I know very little about him, save he's supposedly the honest sort. But that's really about it.
Interesting. Okay.
Quick question: do you have any markings on you of a harpy?
So I have like a hidden emblem, but I was actually going to pull out the chest, and it's got a symbol on it,
Oh, okay.
and pull it out. I didn't technically store anything in it yet. So I was just going to pull it out and be like, hey, so I found this, and it seems to have had something of mine in it, but it was on someone technically an untrustworthy bandit, trying to keep my anger back.
She can tell you're probably pretty angry at this stage.
Yeah. And I was just wondering if you would know how they would get a hold of something like this.
She examines the box. Unfortunately, I don't know how they would get a hold of this, but there are more people like this in town.
Where?
You have to understand, first I need you to prove that you are who you say you are.
Ah, yeah. I'll flash my emblem on my actual body. That's not
Cool.
like the legit one. That's
She kind of pulls aside her apron, and you see that she has the same one.
yes, amazing. So excited. And then I'll give him like a warrior handshake with like the thing. And
She does it, you can feel almost the bones start to creak in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
She gives you the old
sweet.
dwarven handshake.
Well, it's good to know that there's friends here. Yeah, so, issue. This bandit had this. Is the owner of that shop one of us?
Unfortunately not, no.
Okay. Just wondering because I'll pull out my harp. I'm assuming this person kind of likes magical things. Since they're...
Yep, nope, she is quite interested. May I?
Oh, yeah, I'll hand it over.
So she looks at it and she kind of holds up her hand like this, and you see runes appear in just out of nowhere, and she can kind of move and manipulate them. You see them kind of just sort of appearing all over the harp. It's like, this is a very powerful magical item. Where did you happen upon it? And she hands it back begrudgingly.
Well, when I graduated from Bard College, my headmaster gave it to me as a gift.
And do you name drop Bard Master?
I didn't actually make one, but sure.
Sweet.
Jeff.
Jeff.
Jorge.
I was gonna go with Melvin.
It was in High March, so if there's a more popular race or something there, I don't have him specified at all? Or
Yes,
her?
Master Galthor Farmark.
Ah.
He is well known in our circle. Unfortunately,
It's Jeff.
I don't know exactly how someone not of our order would happen upon this other than thievery. You're going to need to leave. She thinks about it. Getting out of here is going to be very difficult to get to Galgosa. The water is a frigid death trap. This is why we make most of our wares. There's very little that comes in or goes out. However, you may be able to get out of the city if you're able to use our old tunnel system.
Okay.
It is hazardous, but with the right paperwork, you could leave the city through there.
Oh, yeah. We'd probably be taking that to head, well, to a few different places. We have options. There's trouble brewing in Thelwyn, right? That was the name of the town?
Yeah.
Thelwyn.
We're very aware of that.
Yeah.
The corruption that's happening, it will kill the north, it will kill everywhere.
Yeah. Well, we're some of my band was here earlier. Well, hopefully we'll be able to stop or at least slow what's going on there, and then explain that the owner of that cobbler's though was the bandit that I found had their boots on and they had the lockbox. So I would like to go to Galgosa at some point. But yeah, I would bring up if they ask if they had a magic missile wand as like a.
Oh, does this place have a wanded magic missile?
Yep.
Hi, and she reaches under and hands you a chest. It's pretty plain, but there's a little wand inside.
Sweet.
She hands to you, free of charge.
Oh, I bow very low and say thank you so much, and I'm gonna give him 100 gold anyways, just because.
She takes it and appreciatively smiles, nods. If you're trying to get into the tunnels, you'll need to speak with the captain.
Okay.
I believe
That was
she
my
kind
next
of
question.
she kind of looks back at a weird, crude stone calendar. I do believe that Captain Brogar Anvilhammer will be back by now, so he would be the one that would allow you entry.
Alright, cool. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
I know. I'm just writing it down so I
All right, making sure.
already have the thing. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so very much. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you some more business before we head out of here. We're a little light on coin, but we appreciate it.
Big on heart.
Friend of a Harper is a friend of mine. Thank you very much.
Not just robbed.
Rigger, where are you?
Yeah, good question.
Cleaning.
Probably
more
taking a nail bath again.
Okay, so you kind of lean down because the way it's set up is there's like a keg there, it's got the tap, and you kind of lean down and do one of these. You do that, and you hear a sound next to you, like on the counter.
It's a fish. Is it a fish?
There's a dwarf swimming in there.
It's a fish head, and there is a note inside.
No way, really?
Yes.
In Dwarf Town? Wait, I'm alone in the bathroom thing, right? I look around for whoever dropped a fish right next to me.
You
Not a
don't
fish,
see
a fish
anyone.
head.
I can't even roll?
You can roll.
You don't see.
A natural 10.
With a gentleman natural 10, you don't see anyone.
I mean, that'd be an 18.
You. Well, it'd be an
I have
18.
perception of 8, plus 8, so 10 plus 8, 18.
Okay.
Tell him the final roll.
Well,
Yeah.
I wanted to say natural before I said it.
Okay, fair enough. So you can almost feel like, as you're kind of looking at the fish, as though there was someone that had moved past you very quickly, and you can kind of feel like, when someone moves by and there's like air, you can kind of get that sense.
I see who what.
You don't see
I'm
anyone.
not gonna catch those idiots. Yeah, I'll look at the dumb fish.
So inside is a note that's rather ale-stained, but it it reads very simply, "You thought you could hide from me." That's all it says.
Did you piss off Poseidon?
Well, see this one time.
At the beach camp?
Babies are laughing at me. Do you do anything else?
Gosh, this guy. I throw the fish out into the common room where all the people are.
Before it even hits the ground, a pudgy hand grabs it and just,
Nice.
and just starts biting into it.
Delicacy.
I will. Did we get rooms or anything?
Rooms are... Zarathos can direct you to rooms.
Are you here?
I'm in my room at this point, yeah.
I go in the process of finding out how I get in a room.
If you speak to Rumbeard, he explains that
Is he
there are-
down from the chandelier yet?
Not to my knowledge.
No. He's still dangling from there.
I'm waiting till he gets down so I can put his boots back on,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go to bed.
If it starts getting a little late, I'd be trying to find some help to get him down.
So,
I could take a short rest and then just.
after a time, there's some doors that are looking up, kind of talking to themselves, and they start taking tankards of ale and throwing it up at him.
Wait. You know what? That's a good idea. I'll throw one too.
I'm gonna help. Just charge him. Help.
After maybe 5 minutes of roughly like 10 dwarves and the three of you just hucking ale tankards at him, at some point he kind of flails like that in his sleep and falls, and a bunch of dwarves like catch him and just sort of set him down. Simon, you are covered in welts and little rings in the shape of, like
Cups.
cup.
But your boots are back on, and they probably never ever left.
Not that I would know.
I go to bed.
Same.
When I get up to the room, I want to take a minute and find a nice little quiet spot. Offer up my usual prayers to Helm. Thank him for seeing me through the dragon fight, and etc. etc.
Thank you, Helm. You are a boss.
Helm appreciates your blessings, but provides no further guidance.
Of course.
The dice
I've spoken.
was a natural one. So
You were trying to reach is no longer.
you got his voicemail. Helm's voicemail. Is there anything else the rest of the party is doing?
Go get a room.
Ruling copiously.
Staying with him.
So you like take him to his room.
They left me there.
So at some point, so we'll resolve you, and then I'm going to get to something with Zarathos.
Okay.
So throughout the night, you were tossed around, you were thrown up upon, you were force-fed ale, you were force-fed meat. You soiled yourself on multiple occasions.
Sounds good.
Dwarves used you as a bartering tool, as a frisbee, as a football. At some point when you were in a scuffle, you kind of had one of your teeth knocked loose.
It's normal. They've been falling out for years.
One dwarf actually went in and grabbed one tooth as a souvenir and made like a little necklace of it.
It's normal. They've been falling out for years.
And at some point, Rumbeard takes you to your room.
Sweet.
And when you wake up, you are going to be sore and covered in vomit.
Just you guys wait for hangovers, Simon.
Oh no.
Zarathos and Mr. Fell, are you in the same room?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, apparently. So, Zarathos, you have a very troubled sleep.
Of course I do.
It's not the kind that would prevent you from receiving a proper long rest. However, you have visions, and in these visions you see the ASMR that you saw in your previous, when you had met on the wall. Your relationship in this vision seems strained. You can't hear any words, but you can feel the emotions that you're feeling, which are despair, remorse, and you look at your hands, which are covered in blood, and you look over and you see the corpses of several people that seem very familiar to you. However, also in the room is a very disturbing mark that you're trying to capture mentally, but you can't quite keep it. You can't quite remember it. However, in the very hazy memory of your brain, it will look something like this, which I totally meant to prepare and forgot. Yep. Don't expect you to figure out what that is. But depending on where the party goes, it may become very important.
I'll bar my door before we sleep, by the way. No
Just
more
Rafael,
fish.
at some point in the night you are awoken by Zarathos shifting around more so than usual. He doesn't seem
Grumble, grumble.
in danger, but you can definitely tell that he's not sleeping very well. About the moment that you consider going to maybe wake him and check on him, it seems to subside and he kind of starts easing back into sleep. You barred the door?
Makes sure that he's covered up and comfortable and kind of
Completely slept in my armor again.
Get it.
Yeah, I bet. Perfect.
kind of gentles him and then goes back to sleep.
Great.
I do the same to Tibius.
He's like, So you bar your door and that's
Yeah.
all set?
Our door
Great.
after I rock him to sleep.
So you wake up in the morning, everyone having rested fairly well. Simon,
Except for their
you
host.
are so hungover.
How hungover am I?
8 poison damage worth of hangover.
Almost there.
You
On top of the poison I already took?
Yeah.
Sweet, I'm like at half health.
you projectile vomit all over your room several times. Yeah, it's like a Hadouken coming out of your mouth. And you exactly. You kind of like writhe around and you just feel every muscle, every portion of your body feels like it's been hit, moved around, bent, jostled, soiled. You smell a variety of odors you didn't even know could exist, like alongside one another.
Regis, you puffy
Totally bit.
dunder, where are you? What happened?
You do notice as you're kind of trying to wake up that there are multiple bird soils on your clothing as well.
We just had some too.
Prestidigitation. Clean it.
You clean it.
All of it.
Regis, right after you're done.
I firebolt the friggin' bird.
And it flares around.
I take 3 hours to collect myself before I go down and just set myself correctly.
Alright. So you kind of start collecting yourself. Yeah, you notice that you have a missing tooth. You have another tooth that's loose. You're bleeding out your mouth a little bit. You notice that there's just a variety of blood mixed in with the majority of the fluids that are covering you.
I pull out one of my healing potions and I prestidigitation that to taste like coffee.
You do notice that there is food and water that was left probably by the barkeep.
Perfect. It is now smelling like bacon and eggs. Prestidigitation is the best. And there is a cinnamony aroma coming from the room now as I am cleaning myself off and making myself smell not so much like a dwarf's Thunder Valley.
Well said. What is the rest of the party doing now that it is wakey?
I think that Cool Kid's table needs to go back there so we can get you your thing.
How big is our room?
Well,
Not super
Friends.
large. I don't.
But like, go.
money.
Maybe
If you were
Ceiling is probably about as tall as our ceiling is
Okay.
here. I would
Just
say
like
walls would be like from this table to there, and probably from here maybe to like the foot of the Erebus statue.
okay. With the door still barred, I'm just gonna take 1 minute to practice flying, just so I know what it feels like for the future. Just kind of hovering around the room. Hi,
If you're doing
I'm
a
Peter Pan.
if you're doing a practice, it has to be a minimum of at least 1 minute.
Yeah, I said a minute.
Okay.
So you kind of very uneasy with your new air legs, and you kind of like stabilize yourself. You bump into the chandelier a little bit.
In our room, we have a chandelier.
Yeah,
Wow.
you got pretty good room.
Swanky.
Thanks to this guy. Everything is etched and looks fancy.
Nice.
Fancy as fuck.
Thought we were in like a regular. Alright.
Oh no, this like
Flying around the
everything.
chandelier.
If that wasn't clear, everything in this place, everything in High Hall is etched. Gold, silver, bronze, diamond, like every imaginable ore.
It's called the Diamond Hill for a reason.
Enjoying it.
So, yeah, you're generally all right. Feels fairly comfortable.
Okay. After a minute, I set back down.
The snake in the boot bites you, though.
Nice. By the way, 2 things. 1, Simon's notes for the evening are Simon had the best night ever. And 2, my portent rolls for today are 19 and 12.
Okay,
Just because.
fair enough. Tibius, what are you doing? Just gonna go down the road here.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm enjoying that. Yeah.
Theron?
I will go downstairs, grab something to eat. Is the like tavern inn whatever like still bustling at this early morning?
Oh yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, I'll just like grab something to eat and then head out with these guys to the blacksmith.
So yeah,
Um, So early in the morning, Izzy slips down, goes down to get breakfast, spots this guy, and kind of pulls him aside. Listen, last night Zarathos came back from the smithy and mentioned that he was looking to buy something that he didn't quite have the coin for.
No, how much does he need?
That was what I said. So there are a lot of birthdays I missed, and not the best at bartering.
Okay. I can do what I can.
Bartering.
Bartering.
Yeah. So thought maybe.
I might be able to get us a discount without having to be too persuasive.
And just having breakfast, chilling. We're buds now after I yelled at him and he spilled his guts to me.
Well, that works.
Speaking
Can
of
confirm.
spilling guts, as you guys start to head out, Simon's going to come downstairs.
So Simon, you're noticing there's some oddity in your step.
Sciatica.
To be expected.
Rough
Oh, sciatica!
Good morning, my fellows. Zarathos, can I have a word?
You don't look so well there, Simon.
My guts are on fire and my legs won't stop wobbling and I'm just so scared.
Oh, did you drink a lot?
I was getting to that. Zarathos, what happened? Last thing I remember, I bought you and I a round and then everything gets fuzzy and beardy.
Well, when I left, you were being tossed around like a plaything amongst a pile of dwarves.
I'm sure everything's fine.
No,
He threw ale at you.
Okay.
I don't know what it is he wants.
Wonderful. Tibius,
Yeah.
lower the octave.
Not
Thank
saying, but
We threw ale at you.
Perfect. Keep it like that. By the way, the entire time he's
got
like hunched. Like just, you know how he's normally like bent over? No, he's like slowly getting closer to the ground.
Your hips hurt a great deal.
Yeah.
Do you have an inspiration?
I don't believe I do.
You do now.
Sweet.
Runk SOB. Rigger?
Back
That's
to
you. So you guys head to
cool
the
table
shop.
the shop.
Cool table heads to the shop.
Simon's literally walking
go.
through the city like this with his hood
It's
pulled
a
down.
store with nice stuff. I got my fancy.
Several dwarves
I don't really have any money.
stop you and clap you on the shoulders like you're really good friends, like they've known you for years. As they do that, you can practically feel your bones like
Creaking.
yeah.
Yes, hi. Nice to see you again.
And and each one tells a taller tale about the night, about how at one point you sprouted wings and just flew around the room and it was fantastic. And
As these stories are told, you're noticing that Simon is looking and glaring at all of you with steadier, like angrier eyes. What happened?
Simon, come down. Let's take a walk.
You look like you were having a good time.
Yeah. You were laughing.
Remind me not to laugh again.
So the three of you get back to the smithy. Theron, being of dwarven knowledge and such, something that you are very aware of. So the dwarves that are working here are criminals. They're branded as such, and their beards are shaven daily. They're never allowed to grow their beards back. If they do, they are killed on sight. The other thing is their names have been stripped away, and they're only ever referred to as Brachthaga, which you hear her call out fairly frequently. It is generally a very derogatory term in Dwarven, and not something that you would typically utter, but in a very friendly way, it just means thief.
Nice.
Or criminal, or something of that nature. So Yada welcomes you back and asks what you're looking for.
My friend here was here yesterday looking for something.
Hello again.
We have some excess coin that we could probably help.
Hi, the javelin.
Yes, I've come to re-inquire about that amulet that we spoke of briefly.
Oh, that amulet. Hi. So she kind of looks through.
Also, told that this might help us around town, and I flash her the anvil paper.
Oh. Hi. Oh, she inspects it. Ah, the captain. I see you spoke with him. Excellent.
He brought us in.
Well, I do have that amulet you seek. It will run you 1,000 gold. That is not a price I would normally give out to non-kinsmen. However, you have someone special in your party.
So I'd go back. Unfortunately, I only have 345. I'm quite short.
I've offered to cover 7 of it.
Sweet. I'll do like 300, I guess. 300.
Like whatever the remaining
I don't know, what do you
is
want?
between the two of you,
You're doing 7?
I'm putting in 7.
Okay. How
Well,
much
it's
do you want?
1,000.
Well, if it's 1,000, she's putting in 7, then I'll put in the rest. We don't need you.
Alright.
I mean, I need you.
That's cool. I got you a discount. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that was going to be a much higher price.
Yeah.
Izzy pulls out 70 platinum pieces.
She looks at it, does one of these, and then she has like a metal thing on her elbow, and she does that like on the table and sees that it like stands up to the punishment. She's like,
Nice.
"Hi, good coins." And she puts them in her pocket.
I thank her in Dwarven.
That was
All the
Appreciate
money
it.
forever.
that was going to go to something for me, but happy birthday, brother.
Wow.
It is
In
greatly
character role play.
appreciated.
I mean, that's basically something for you.
Yeah, it's for the party.
Yeah.
Survivability is always good.
I was gonna get myself a belt of dwarven kind, but
She urges you, now that you have the paper in tow, to probably head towards the tunnel system. That she thinks that that would be the quickest way, but she does warn you that it is fraught with peril.
one more thing. I'm sorry. You happen to have a set of sending stones on you?
What stones?
Sending stones?
Oh, sending stones.
Nice.
They look
Those are,
like
pretty sure those are common, right?
they look like people.
You're not there.
Yeah, I follow them.
Oh, did you guys follow them? My impression was you were staying back at the end.
No,
I don't know what else we were doing.
Okay.
Because I got up fairly early and
Yeah.
Yeah.
went down to talk to him, and I'm presuming we left as soon as this guy was up. You said you took 3 hours?
Yeah. But I also said I came down before you guys left.
Do you remember what sending stones do?
Basically, one person, like, you,
Are they like the little
Things like
hearing
the-
things from? Okay.
it, according to what's in the DMG, you can only use it as per the spell sending once
They're
per
uncommon.
day.
Sweet.
They come in
Uncommon.
pairs, smooth stone carved to match each other. While you touch the stone, you can use the action to send the sending spell from it. The target is the bearer of the other stone. They're essentially walkie-talkies and
Yeah.
Sweet.
But they're only once a day, so it's...
Gotcha.
There's a distance on that, I think.
Is there?
no.
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah.
Sending is like the good one. I
Yeah.
was thinking message.
Yeah, you're yeah. Either way, for uncommon, that's going to be 75 gold.
I'll pay for that as well.
You don't look so good.
My legs feel weird. Miss?
Why?
You're okay, miss.
Range unlimited.
Do you have any
And
Scrolls.
one of those is going to you, and I'm
scrolls
keeping the
with
other one.
magic on them?
Oh man.
Unfortunately, that's not something we have in very high supply. I apologize. The temple may be able to help you out, but even with your paperwork, it would be very difficult to get inside there.
I don't put much stock in clergymen, especially this early in the morning.
She reaches down and pulls out a like a little vial. It is thick and black, and it almost looks like there's a little swirling vortex inside. And she pushes it over. Maybe take that via charge.
Will it kill me?
The worse than you already are.
Oh, I hope it kills me.
Simon's already got one foot in the grave.
Okay, so I drink it.
So you drink the potion, and your nausea passes, and your head pounds a little bit, but not nearly so bad.
Oh, you are a goddess.
I know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, God.
No problem.
So, thank you. That feels amazing, and you've certainly done wonders
Places.
that my compatriots have not bothered to do. And there is another item on my list of things that I would
It's another 12 hit points.
wish to find. Do you happen to know of the Stone of Good Luck? It's something that can be found. It's rather uncommon, but we're in the mountains.
Uncommon, huh? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. What does it do?
It just gives me +1 on
Plus
ability
one
checks and
saving
saves.
Does that stack with all the other stuff you have?
Depends on what stuff we're talking about.
Well, you have so much stuff that does various luck-based things, so I just wasn't sure.
Those are mostly with dice rolls. I don't have any adjustments to my rolls outside. I don't have any adjustments outside of the Threads of Fate increasing my knowledge.
Okay. You said it's uncommon.
Yeah,
So she'll offer that at 90 gold for you.
90. Cool. Sweet.
I told you I'd bring more business.
And she nods appreciatively.
Like 20 crossbow bolts.
Free of charge.
Actually directed at you two. I'm not greatly familiar with dwarven culture. Is there any benefit to us perhaps speaking to the king?
I'll just knowledge that, I guess. Like history.
Sure.
I'll give it a shot. No guarantees.
Yeah, I'll allow you two to roll that, but just two guys.
It's
I
just
got
rolled
you.
a natural 20.
Yeah.
A gentleman's
Actually,
10.
let me tell
13.
A 13 and a what? Sorry?
A gentleman's 10.
Oh.
A gentle dwarf's 10.
You know that while you've been very welcomed in the city, it is pretty unheard of for outsiders to speak with the king. Occasionally you will see him, but it's fairly rare, and he always comes with a lot of bodyguards, and he needs special beard maidens to hold aloft his mighty beard.
Glorious beard.
That's mostly why I want to go.
Just want to see it in all its glory.
However, you do know that it might be possible to meet up with him. But it would just depend on the nature of your business.
I would like to get a better feel for what's actually going on around here. And to perhaps inform them of, well, I think the dude. Well, Rogar's probably already done it, so informing them of the dragon we encountered and its oddities.
I think if we tried him, we'd have a better shot of him getting us in with the king if we needed to talk to him about that stuff. So we should probably go talk to him before we go.
Cool. That might be a good idea. Set out to perhaps find Brogar.
Alright, so you... That's not what I was looking for. So you set out and you try to think about, do you ask Yada? Because she could probably
Oh, yeah.
So she directs you to a
'Cause you
place very close to the throne room, essentially a barracks. And she says that is likely where he
it's
would be.
uncommon
Nice.
for the DMG.
For what now?
Sort of
Ring of
a
protection, just in case.
I just saw it.
I have like so
I would.
much.
I'll offer you.
Wow, am I good or what?
Just open it right there.
Yes.
Nice.
Good job.
Protection. It is rare.
It's like you rolled a 19.
I'd offer you the one that I have.
Oh, do you have like excess?
Yeah. No, I don't have an Exodus one. I'm wearing it. I was using it, but I would offer it to you because you helped pay for the other thing that I need more.
Okay, if you want to offer it, but I don't want to take away your tankiness. I just don't want to get hit as hard or as often.
It's an AC either way, but
I would see how much. How much is a ring of protection? It's a rare.
it's either rare. Yeah.
1,000.
1,000. Okay. I do not have that, so I will remember that.
I offer you 10 gold to help out.
Thanks. I push it away and then I just go. I'll just take that one for now, and once I get some more money, we'll get another.
I was trying to.
It's generous, huh?
Great. So what do you guys do now?
We'll head to the captain, I would assume.
Great. So is everybody doing that?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. Rigger, could you go ahead and just give me a roll? Perception?
That would be a 27.
Cool. On your way to the captain, you do notice that there are a variety of less savory dwarves populating the city this day. You hadn't really noticed them before. You definitely see a variety of them now. They're kind of looking your way,
AC intake.
but they're not like staring intently, but they just glance in your direction periodically.
That's rare.
And you are their person of interest,
Whoa.
is something you can confirm. So, everybody arrives at the place. It is a massive building with a huge shield symbol on the top. And there are mithril beard dwarves all over the place. Like this is their place.
Man, they certainly say a lot about dwarven crap, but these roads are very unsteady.
You s-
Did I notice any tattoos on it?
no.
Okay.
Not from a distance, at least.
I would approach whoever looks available. Greetings. I'm here to see Captain Applehammer, please.
I'll be fine now.
So the dwarf you see he has a similar mithril thing, but his actually goes down and around like this, and you can see that it actually funnels his beard into it, which he then brings up and braids into his hair.
Nice. These are amazing.
Perfect.
Dwarves.
Oh, dwarves.
Let me find that
God's
dwarf's
gift to
name.
stone.
So you find what'd you say?
Split beard.
Oh shit, might be his name now. It's canon. So he nods at you, and he points inside. What is your business here?
We actually ran into him on the mountain and he escorted us here. However, I just want to conclude another piece of business with him before we set off.
Aye. Alright. You may head inside.
Thank you, sir.
Right, so he lets you go in. You see a pretty busy hall of dwarves, and you see the captain kind of looking over a variety of scrolls and things of that nature.
So without going too far into it, I just want to thank him for bringing us, ask him if he had a chance to update his chain of command, and ask him if there's anything else he needs of us or anything he can tell us before we try to head out.
So he does mention that he informs, his superiors. It was all very appreciated. And he strongly recommends that at this stage, your best bet is to head through the tunnels. Whatever is going on, he feels strongly is originating in Thelwyn. And he thinks that you can find more information within the tunnels and ultimately also get you to Thelwyn.
Sweet.
It is very dangerous, and he does appear to have some concerns and reservations, but that, as far as he's aware, he'll try to make sure your provisions for the journey.
Much appreciated.
Cool. You conclude your business with them?
Yeah, unless anyone else has anything to add.
Anyone else have anything to add further?
Simon's hood is pulled down.
Sweet. As the party walks away, you hear a commotion behind you. And when you turn around, there is a dwarf-looking individual that has impaled the captain through his torso with a very twisted arm. It looks more like just an entire claw, almost like an Umber Hulk or something, just kind of does one of those, and he's being held aloft with blood coming from his mouth.
Captain
As
Splitbeard?
and the Brogar.
No.
And the other dwarves are rushing to his side to try to stop it.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I would.
Draw.
And that is where we're in for tonight.
Ah.
That thing is still getting held person, and it's not going nowhere.
Our friend.
So that will conclude our 6th session of 5PG Does D&D.
I think we did a lot.
Just as a reminder, there will be an Extra Life event, again, as I said at the start, on March 12th. That is competitive games. There should be a lot of fun to have with that. We have a very competitive office, so you definitely want to tune in. And besides that, we will be here again next week. Same not bat time, same not bat channel. So from all of us to you, thanks for watching. And
Thanks,
we'll
guys.
See you next week.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
We love you.
Bye.
Too good, Chris.
Bye.